in depth as you want, or you can just say, I'm just taking this schmuck.
Can you give me just a second, please? I'm having to readjust the spell list.
Sure.
My name is
Thank
Lee.
you.
My father was killed by a giant. Death to all giants.
And Mike, your mic is low,
Oh, is it?
quite low.
Okay.
To me, is you guys? Is he low?
He was good for a while there, but then he
Yeah,
went
he
back.
was. Yeah,
I think I just had my hand above the mic. How is it now?
that's better.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, you guys might have contacts with each other, whatnot. Might be buddies. You might show up in a group and say, "Oh, it's been a while. We, since fighting, we've been attending to your monasteries and your castles and
Yeah.
astral traveling around and solving sorts of mysteries."
Scooby Doo fighting. I like
Sure.
that. We're a Scooby gang.
Yeah.
We're the.
Yeah.
I like the idea. We're the adventurer group of the Silver Shoe or something. I don't know.
And bear in mind, we're using a random assortment of pre-gens that are originally from Gary Gygax and his troupe when they went through this back in the day. And it's going to be a lot of fun to bring those out of the dust and have them out of retirement, so to speak. A guide has taken you to this large valley near the mountain range called the Hell Furnaces. And it's a few of them, and they know the territory quite well. They're rugged guides, and they warn you that they're getting close and they'd want to move in the daylight because at night, that's when they're more nocturnal, these creatures. But they've been pretty dormant lately. They've been doing a lot of raids, probably sitting back on their laurels and their loot. And sure enough, he brings you along this large crest of the valley, and you can smell smoke now. And you look, and down the bottom in this sort of valley of no real particular nothing stands out, but except for this large hulking log structure, and you realize, like, wow, the scale of it is impressive. But then you realize, yeah, giants, duh. Everything's at least twice scale. So this log house, the smallest logs are 5 feet diameter, and it appears to be an enclosed structure that could house dozens of giants by the looks of it. It's huge. It has, on the southern part of the structure, there is a bit of a tower that sticks up about another giant story above the rest, and it appears to guard or overlook the main entrance, which is a huge set of log double doors that would be impressive to pull open. And there's a large trail, well used, that leads up to these double doors. There are no windows in the place. It's like all logs, huge logs, multiple chimneys. There's one central chimney that's massive, probably 20 feet across and spewing out smoke. And as he leads you a bit closer to get a bit of a closer look, you guys get to within probably 300-400 feet. And the thing gets bigger as you get closer, and you get down in the valley, and you're in the shrubs and the bushes and hiding. You haven't seen anybody else. The valley's pretty quiet. You've seen some nature, birds, and there's some deer and other stuff, but no giants and no other creatures. It's daylight, though. They're probably laying low. And as you get close to the structure, all of a sudden you can hear this large guffaw break out, go down the valley, this laughter, and it's kind of laugh and a bunch of stamping and clapping and hooting, as apparently some joke was partaken in this building, and the volume was pretty impressive. You're like, whoa, you echoed down the valley somewhat. Clapping and stomping on tables, tunk, 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 and whatnot. They seem to be having a good time. We'll basically queue up to this point, and it'll be our start. You don't see other entrances or windows. At the back end of the structure, there may be a courtyard where there's a smaller structure substructure that you may have seen. And so it's not one complete building. Toward the northeast, there is a courtyard, which probably has large gates and is guarded as well. And you guys have assembled there. You're being all cautious, and you're all in your mode with your cloaks on and being pro. And we could just actually set up a marching order at this point quickly, and then you guys can just introduce your characters briefly. Who wants to go up front? Now, in the sense that do you want to be quiet or noisy? Put it that way.
Both my characters are going to be in the middle.
I'll let, if y'all wish, I'll let the Beak Glenders of
Right.
Krudel, a
Okay.
half-elven ranger, take point. He'll be a little ahead of the party and maybe off to the side.
Gotcha.
Directing every once in a while, you see a hand raise, but then it'll to point the direction of where to go or something, giving a unique hand signal that only us members of this elite hit squad know.
Gotcha.
It'll go down and.
In that case, I think Roki and Redmud will come up the rear.
Now, so the ranger, who's quiet and has the cloak and all the stuff, is going a little ways ahead, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, who's the thief? Now, that's Cloyer. Okay, that's Jeff's character. Okay, he's not here. Moving along. Nestor, you mentioned Redmud would be the noisy dwarf.
Staying in the back. With the
Now,
cleric.
bear in mind, though, you can still be near the front, and he could still be 40, 50 feet ahead of you. And being the fighter, you want to be access to the front as well, right? If you get ambushed or something, you don't want to be stuck in the rear. That's what I'm
Alright,
getting at. Yeah, not to, and I shouldn't be interfering here, but just let you know, you just have to take your chances at some point. And I was going to say that Frush Osugul, who's this imposing kind of Mattel Barbie doll sort of guy, seems to be perfect, muscular and perfect hair flowing out from his helmet, is with you. And he's, Redmond, aye, we got this, eh? What do you say? High fives you? And he's an impressive fighter. You're just like, wow. You've heard of the great Frush.
Yeah, sort of give him a high five and cute to myself.
Okay, so now who's your other character? Redmud and
Roki the cleric.
Roki. Is Roki a tank or more mid-range, or what do you want?
He'll stay close by the fighters, sort of being the center.
Form a nucleus. Gotcha. Now you figure in this area you may be able to form a 3-person front in most hallways and rooms and stuff as well, because it's all giant sized. And bear in mind, Redmond might go a little crazy jumping around and turning into blender mode, right? So you were mentioning, Eric, that you were going to have Funkin and Flurd. You can move them yourself if you want. I'm just setting up the party. I got Beak just a little ways up there, 40, 50 feet.
Yeah,
he's getting close to the building. There's nobody looking, and the tower though does have arrow slits in it. You notice now as you get closer.
I'd like to get closer to I want to move Gleep so he's right up against the side of the wall.
Now I jumped the gun here because the map is too small. So you aren't actually, the party isn't this close. So bear with me.
Oh, my bad.
If you follow, yeah. So they're still at the last point where they had any cover, which is probably about 150 feet from the building. And you scooted up with your cloak, and you if you want, you can sneak up the building. And when you get close, you can notice there are arrow slits. And then you guys hear another eruption of laughter all of a sudden as you guys got closer. Another barking laugh, and this one particular booming cough comes out. As this somebody who with this booming voice overrides everybody else's laugh.
How high are the arrow slits?
Probably about 60 feet up there.
Okay.
This building's big, right? Remember?
Okay,
Look at the scale of your people. You guys are all like, ooh.
I just wasn't taking high, but 60 feet. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, the doors seem to be barred. They're shut. And make a wisdom roll for me. So you roll your wisdom or less.
I'm assuming for Gleep.
Beat Gwenders, is he the one scouting?
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then what we'll do is I'll set up a turn order so everyone can describe what they want to do. But for now, you see this guy scouting ahead. Anybody else who wants to go ahead and join him can. But he looked like invisible and silent when he did. Like you were just like, ooh, I can't move that quietly. And now remember, you guys do have silent spells. You guys have invisibility options and such as well. Definitely a kitted out party. So why don't I give you guys a couple minutes to decide what you want to do as you approach the building. Not that I want to. It seems safe so far. All you've heard so far is laughter and smell smoke. Is that cool?
Oh, dude, I definitely rolled under my wisdom.
Yeah, so in the arrow slits, you didn't see anything, and it looks pretty dark. You don't hear anything, but the revelry's pretty noisy. You're pretty sure nobody's watching the road. Like you don't see anybody looking. You don't see shadows moving, and you're pretty keen-sighted, right? You're elf. You're like,
Oh yeah.
Now next,
my fault.
yeah. So you sneak up to the wall and you creep along the edge of these huge logs, and you get close to the double doors.
Okay. Beak will, and they're barred.
Yeah, but you notice you might be able to crawl underneath these things. There's like a gap underneath. You're an elf, right?
Dude, they need to winterize this stuff.
It's and this seems to be now. You can actually let me see. You're on Roll20. You're watching right now, right? Yeah. So those double doors seem to go into like a little bit of a side structure from the main area. It's sort of like a bit of a fortress little area, right, where they have the intro guard room, but they don't seem to be watchful. There's no sound coming from this room that you hear. You can describe your actions now, and what I'll do is I'm going to set up a turn order, and then what I'll do is I'll ask everybody to tell me what they'd like to do in the next turn, round, or 5 minutes, depending on the scenario. And we'll start with Beak. It'll give me just 1 second to do this, and then we'll just go down the line. Is everyone still here, or we took a little break? I called, so.
I'm here.
Yeah. I'm just going to run to the kitchen a minute myself. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's everybody then. Do I got Frush in there? Yeah, there's Frush. So you can see that turn order thing now on the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to, when I ask for what are you guys going to do this round, we'll just kind of, that'll be our generic go-to order.
Okay.
And then I often will ask, what are you doing in this round coming up? Because you have to actually declare that. And then we roll for initiative and figure it out. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay. I suppose first and foremost, so Beak will not do anything.
Okay. Now, Beak, are you here?
Yes.
Okay, so they're kind of waiting for your signals and stuff. They're huddled about 150 feet away, ready to make a dash and join you if that's necessary. At this point, I'm just taking a quick look. I don't want to run too many characters. I'll stick with Frush. He has he's going to drink his potion of invisibility and run up to you.
Okay.
He looks at you, waves, and he takes a swig of this flask, and you're pro, and and then he waves, and all of a sudden the shimmering field appears, or disappears, and you hear this clang, 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 clang.
I'll give him I'll hold my hand up into the halt action.
Yeah, he's making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
So he right clang, 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 stops, like as you're just like fucking dumb shit. And then it's slower now. But it's still a bit noisy.
Now,
I'd
like move up to these doors and try to crawl on all, like just barely like the belly crawl.
Now, just hold on 1 second. Now remember 1E. It's always wise, not always, but a lot of doors wise stop and listen, right, and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, just bring you back to the old 1E mode where it does a lot of that. And it can be important.
Yeah, I'll listen at the door.
Now, you're not a thief, so you don't have that skill, but you're an elf, and you motion, and finally Frush is about 40 feet away, and he stopped, and he can't help but make noise. But anyway, you're finally like, ugh, and you're listening, and make another wisdom roll.
Okay. Roll under my wisdom?
Right, equal or under.
All right. It's not so difficult. D20, got it. Roll. Boom. Is that another 8? Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Passed.
17. That's way under.
Oh, yeah, you got good wisdom. You hear gurgling snoring.
Okay.
Sputter, crack, and it's coming from something large, probably a giant, if at least an ogre or something.
All right. In which case, I will then stick my head under, just barely crawl, just to verify that there's one and one only sleeping.
Okay, any person bigger than you probably won't fit in here. Like you'll have to squirm if you want to. But you do look, and you can see a faint light source. There seems to be some torches or lanterns guttering inside. And it's a room. You immediately can tell there's at least one hill giant, and you can see his feet just on the other side of the door.
Okay.
And he seems to be slumped in the corner and snoring. And you can smell him, actually, too. It's like, ugh. You're like, whoa. And you look, and you made your roll. You see there's two of them. And they're sitting together. They're both the same part of the room.
Okay.
And you're not sure that you think they're both asleep.
Okay. If I have time, then I'd like to then move back to the party.
Okay.
So I can
now,
whisper to them.
So that's about 4 rounds have gone by. Now there's a random monster rules you have to make in 1E, of course, right? So time is a bit of a factor, so you head back, and Frush is close by, though. As far as last time you saw him, just so you know, Nestor, Frush told you guys he's going invisible. He drank a potion of invisibility. And as well, Beak has just looked underneath the door. There's a big crack underneath these double doors. There's these gates. And he's been listening and looking, and then he's come back to you guys, and he tells you that well, go ahead, tell them. So you guys are heading back?
I believe that there are 2 hill giants in that room guarding it, but they're asleep. Small and unarmored folk could easily probably slip under the door. Say I slip under the door along with who else? And I'll put my hands out and show them about how wide it could be to slide under. Who thinks they could get under the door?
It's medium small people, so like a medium small size. So humans won't fit unless they're like a female or a particular small thief or something. But if you're a fighter with 17 strength
Yeah.
or even 15,
Hey, what about Gleep with a 9 strength and no armor? He's wizard.
yeah, see, no, probably could.
Uh-huh.
And arguably, you could strip down your armor and stuff and maybe wiggle through too. If you're but careful, it is just that much big. Like, you realize it'd be tight. Your sternum would be like scrape. You'd have to put your head sideways. And that was a high elf, right? You're a high elf or half?
Yeah, I'm a high elf.
Yeah.
Peak is high elf. Gleep goes, you fools! You're not thinking well enough. What we should do is I should use this gem that I have to put my essence into, and then use that to possess one of those giants.
Or, Roki pipes up, I could use my potion of diminution. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Yes, that's close enough. And shrink in size. Wow, you could give that to like one of the big fighters.
Yeah.
Well, Roki, you're a big cleric, right?
Yes, but with one of the
Roki's cleric.
giants possessed, I could then just get up and open the doors, and then we slay the other one.
So quick powwow. Go ahead.
How many thoughts?
Another round goes by.
Who's playing the thief? I know that Gleep would know that there's a certain range of life forces that he can sense where life forces are, and if he could move all the people back away from that area, and then have the thief sneak him up. Well, he mind jars the door, and then the thief could sneak the thing up and then leave. That way, he would know that the only life forces available would be, not his party members.
Right. Okay. So the plan so far is either to possession jar spell, or what else? Anything else?
Shrink one of the party members.
Okay.
Well,
quick vote. Another round goes by.
You're muted, Eric.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. Fonkin will step up. He's not going to say anything, but he's a half elf, dexterity 18. He does have a strength of 15, though.
Yeah, but being an elf, he could slip under there.
Yeah, I was about to say he also has an elven cloak and boots.
Oh, you do too?
Okay, so we got to come to consensus. Then it's either there's probably over half the party could slip under the gate, or close to half.
Yes,
right?
But then what about the other half? Do we gang up on the hill giants then, or do we have one of the people who slip over open the gate, and everybody else attack the hill giants?
By the way, you may want to tell them a bit of other information you have as well.
What was it? There's 2 sleeping hill giants. That's all I recall.
And there's the tower with the arrow slits.
Oh yeah. There's the towers. I don't believe anybody is manning them yet, or if they are, they're paying no more attention than the hill giants. But if an alarm is raised, they will be. If an alarm is raised, we'll have a half dozen hill giants to fight at the same time. Our best advance lies in secrecy, dealing with them in stealth while they're sleeping.
So another round goes by, and you guys are still discussing options, and
I'd say Redmond's probably getting a bit. He's itching for combat.
Of course.
He's like, come on, let's tackle something.
Redmond and Beak and all of us will sneak under the door. The rest of the clanky fighters. Oh, who's you half elf with a 15 strength? What's your name, half elf with a 15 strength?
I'm playing a high elf.
Oh, my bad. High elf with a 15 strength.
Funkin.
Yeah.
Duncan, You, since you are the strongest, your strength will be necessary to lift the ball to open the gates so that Flugel, the 14th level fighter, can come in.
Frush.
Brush.
Now, and don't be shy. That jar spell, if you cast it, you're going to cast it. I was almost ready to roll with that. So
okay, I love that idea. That's a great idea, Mike.
Well, just saying, nothing else came up. That was I was going with. So
I like to cast a spell and then have the thief take me up to the doorway, and then him move back away. I can sense life forces while I'm in the jar, and when I sense one of them leave the range, aka the thief who brought me up there, sneaky, then I possess one of the remaining life forces.
So you guys are going to make your way closer to the building. Now, Nestor, if you want, you can still take that potion and go underneath the gate.
As long as everybody else is fine with Redmond doing that.
What armor are you wearing?
Redmond's would take the potion, and he's wearing a plate mail.
So you're going to be noisy. No, you can take your time and be less noisy.
But either way.
Okay, so you guys are creeping up close to the building, and I'll let you guys take it now.
Granted, Redmond or Roki, they both have plate mail, so one of them's good. I think Redmond's the better choice here. Gotcha.
Now, Frush, you don't know where he is. He's invisible.
Yeah.
And he slowly, but he whispers out as Beak, you go by him. He's like, "Psst, I'm close." And he's been slowly shuffling up to the gates and trying to be quiet as he could. And he was doing a pretty good job. But you saw his footprints as you were cutting close. And so, Beak, right? You're heading up closer?
You know what? On second thought, fuck it. Let's just go in and kill the motherfuckers.
Save the jar spell. Okay, so next time I'll stick with it, though, when we declare all our stuff. Now, that was not in combat sequence, so it wasn't nailed in wood. Nailed in wood? Okay, that works. Okay, Redmond, you're heading up there, trying to be quiet. You're getting close, and you shrink down to about even small, really smaller, and you'll be able to go underneath the ledge. Funkin, you can move your character or come. You want to tell me where you want to go? You could go up near one side of the gates. The gates are easily 10 foot wide each, so it's 20 foot wide gates combined, and it goes up probably at least 20 feet. And they're heavy, big iron-bound logs, reinforced. Appear to be barred. And we'll start now. Let's start with Beak. What do you do?
Beak will make his way back towards the gates and try to shimmy under as best as possible.
Okay, roll dexterity check as you shimmy under the gates.
All right. Pull my dice up. D20 under my dexterity. Boom. That is under my dexterity.
So you slip under and sure enough, there are two large forms and you can smell the alcohol from here, and the gas, and just them, period. We'll move down to Redmond. You are shrunken and still noisy. You have to make a dexterity check at disadvantage. So that means you roll twice. It's like 5e.
Yeah. No.
Gotcha.
Roll twice, take the lowest. Or highest, I mean. In this case, yeah. Highest. Sorry.
Highest, yeah.
Redmond. My dex is at the roll. All right, that's 15 and 7.
That 15 might be trouble.
All right, 15 dex.
You just you had a piece of plate mail catch on the gate and kind of snapped and twink came back and made some noise, and the giant, one of them stirred a bit and reached for this spilling tankard and just kind of went back to sleep. But they were not disturbed. You creep through and you see two forms right around the corner. Moving down, Frush is invisible, but he won't fit under the gate. Definitely not. He's huge. So he just readies his awesome spear and his awesome shield +5, which is amazing to look at. It's this fucking shimmering piece of glass. Like it's pure Leon, and it's colored this blue, and you can see through it, and you can look through it when he fights and stuff. Hence, it's like a +5. Amazing shield. Roki.
Yeah, he's gonna stay near the gate, sort of near the edge, so if it swings open, he can get in very quickly.
Okay, I moved you up. And do you have heavy armor? Are you noisy?
He's wearing plate mail as well.
Okay, well, actually, these guys are so stone drunk, sleeping, that you can actually get up there and you don't need a roll.
All right.
Funkin.
I was trying to say before, Funkin will move up to the door, right at the right-hand side of the door.
Right inside.
And,
Okay.
and he's going to get ready to clamber underneath.
Right.
Let's see here.
You can if you want, like right now.
Yeah, but has anybody else gone in?
Redmud and Beak are there already.
They are actually gone in?
They've gone in.
Okay, well then I'll go in.
Sure. Roll dex check just to see if it all goes smooth. I'll move you into the room now. And that... Oops.
I rolled an 11, so I made it.
Yep, so you silently slide under these huge gates.
Well,
And
I
it's-
have the Cloak of Elvenkind and boots too, so...
Oh, okay. Now, if you're on roll 20, you'll see there is a large guard room, a reception, and I'll get to that in a minute. What's in it exactly? We'll move on for now to Flurd, your other character, who is the cleric, has the splint mail or the heavy plate. What does he have?
He's got plate +2, but he has a dexterity of 17.
So he gets up to the gate no problem, and fairly quietly as well, and didn't see anything in the arrow slits or any whatnot. He is too large to fit under there at the
Okay.
moment. Being a human in full armor, even if he took his armor off, it'd be close call.
Yeah, Rookie knows he's a human, so he's not gonna be able to fit through there.
And so do you want to do anything? You have time right now. You can still do something. By the way, anybody can do anything at this point. We're not in combat mode. You have no adversaries. There's 2 sleeping giants. So at any time you can change tact. Now you do look around, and this giant gate, of course, you see a large bar, and you estimate that's a big friggin' bar. But with a few people, or 1 or 2 strong people, could move it pretty easily. It's not that massive. It's a decent log fit in there. Typical, just hatch down. Moving along to Gleep.
Gleep is going to try to come up and sneak underneath the door also.
Okay, dex check.
Okay, dex check for Gleep. It's a 15 dexterity. So, is that a 15? Or has it not?
That's a 15. Well, you guys again, you have a bit of trouble. You get a bit stuck, and you're like, got to lose a bit of weight, maybe, or
Gotta suck in that gut.
yeah, stop with the second, third helpings of the pudding, and you pop a couple buttons off, but you manage to squirm underneath the door and into the smelly front room, and you see you're all huddled near the entrance in the first 20 feet or so, and you're shh, and you hear them, this gargling snoring noise coming from these 2 large, kind of ugly-looking creatures. They don't look quite as silly as they do on there. They actually have clothing on, and even some the belts and boots and stuff, and not really keen on facial hair or hygiene, so it's pretty rough. They are rough. They're hill giants, definitely.
Mhm.
Snoring away, and you guys just snuck in. You're both you're getting up, and you're right there.
Gleep will position himself ready to open the log.
Gotcha.
Or-
It's pretty heavy.
At least, he's not the strongest man in the world, but he will at least assist to do it.
Okay, back at the start of the turn. Unless somebody has a spell or something that they need to cast right away. Anybody? Or any pressing move I have to address? I'll start at the top. Okay, as a party, we'll start with Beak. And you guys go ahead. What do you want to do?
Beak is going to move. Is that a barrel I'm seeing right there?
It is.
Okay. Beak is going to take his crossbow out and post himself up behind this barrel and take aim at the second hill giant. The one. Did I ping him? Are you seeing a ping? Is it right click or left click to ping?
Left click. You hold it down.
No, it's right click.
There you go.
Okay.
Or right click? Okay. Now I'll give you, for every round you have, I'll give you +1 to hit.
Okay. He's going to wait for something to happen. In the interim, he's just taking an aim with his crossbow.
Now, Redmond.
Yeah, Redmond's going to post up near the gate and see if he can assist with getting that log up.
All right, there's 2 of us on the log.
Gotcha. Now, Redmond, you're short dwarf. You can't reach it.
I do have those boots leaving.
Yeah, but you are too short, actually. The other guy can just hoist it up, but you're like, oh yeah, right.
I think like a Ram Man thing going here. He springs up in his full plate, helmet, dwarf, boom, knocks it off. I'm sorry.
I mean, I can't get an assist from one of my party members to get me up there.
Possibly, but right now you realize, like, oh shit, can't reach the thing.
You definitely hear Redmond whispers like, "Can I get a hand here?"
Okay, and we'll move to Frush, who's outside, kind of whispering under. What's going on? Could you get it open? And you have that potion effect, which makes you half your size, at least. So actually, you're a dwarf that's been miniaturized. Hey, so wait! Come on, help me down here! Wait a minute! You had this kind of piping voice. So bear that in mind. Now that potion's going to last for a while yet. You're going to be small for a while. Anyway, Frush is like, what's going on? Let's go. Hurry up. And off to Roki. That's Michael? No. Who's got...
Jeff, maybe?
Roki, no. Isn't Roki... Is that Nestor?
Mm-hmm.
You're in your plate mail, you're outside, and a round goes by, but it's not that fast, but you're all waiting, hopefully, for the gate to open. And by the way, I have to just click off another round. Nope. Any moves? Any spells? Now, I remind you guys to look at your spells and use the utility ones. Well, I'm not preaching. Anyway, go on. You guys got this.
Yeah. Roki's not going to do much. Just ready up in case something happens.
And then Funkin.
Funkin's going to get up there and help him open that door.
Okay, well, the dwarf is too small. He's tiny. He's 2 feet tall.
But someone else was already up there positioned to help.
Gleep? So
Gleep.
The 2 of you, what's your combined strength?
I got a 9 as Gleep.
Oh,
I'm on third.
I've got a 15.
Hey, there we go.
24. Ooh.
And sadly, the dwarf has 18/74.
Okay, now you can move it. It's you guys. Yeah, it's heavy, but you guys are like straining. You're like, oh, and you start to slide it, but you'll have to each make a strength check.
Oh
to
shit!
Do so quietly and see if you can. Now
that makes exactly what Beak is looking for to fire.
Okay.
You got a 1.
You got a oh. So now, did you fail yours? You had the 8. Now he rolled a 1. Now, how bad did you fail by?
What are you talking about? I thought we were doing ability checks on strength.
Yeah, he is, but I'm waiting for Michael. See what he got.
Rolled it. I'm not on the chat at the moment, so I'm not sure.
You got a 10. What's your strength?
Oh, 9. I failed.
Yeah, but he rolled a 1. So this time, the bar, you slip and it goes to fall down, and he rolls a 1 and just embraces it. And you didn't critical fail on it, so he's able to man up and stop this bar from clanging to the ground with this thundering bouncing noise. And you did manage to pull it open. It takes this round to do, though. Flurred. And you can hear a sliding sound, and the gates buckling a little bit, and they appear to have done something.
I'll get up to the door and see if there's enough push for us to open it and get in.
It actually goes your way. It pulls. Wait a minute. I'm trying to think. It would probably go open outward.
You know, it would actually be better because less likely for a battering ram.
But unless you were good engineers, you'd expose the hinges, though, I'm thinking. But if you follow, but you'd be fighting the door frame if you actually went counter to the wall. So anyway, they open outward, which is fine. And you tested the door, you said?
Yeah, I'll test the door. He's got a 14 strength.
Okay, make a strength check. Because you can tell they're heavy doors.
I rolled an 11, so I made it.
Yep, and they pull open, and you pull open the door. It makes a little creak.
I'm just opening it enough to get through.
Fine, yeah. And you guys have to spread out now a little bit. I'm going to back you off a little bit as this one door opens up, and Flurd slips in. Frush slips in, and he's a bit noisy. But these giants are pretty, okay, Flurd, or I should say Frush, the fighter, he does not make that much noise. I made a dex save for him. And you guys spread out in the room, and these two giants, making you nervous. They seem to be quite inebriated and sleeping. Roki, do you want to go inside? It's Nestor's character. You guys are all a bit clustered by the door. Now, those who were in the room now will start a new round. You can move or do what you will. But these two giants just seem to be still sleeping. At the other end of the room, besides you hear a lot of noise now coming from behind the set of double doors. There's a lot of laughter, there's conversation, booming laughter, and there's a party going on. Must be. There's a ton of noise. And that must have been generating all that sound you heard in the valley earlier.
All right. Well, I mean, 1, 2, 3, kill the fucking giants.
Yeah, it may come to that, I guess. You can kill a sleeping creature in one round. In 1E.
Fucking A. Gleep will take out his dagger.
Let the throat slitting commence.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, they're pretty inebriated, it says here, and that they're completely two snoring giants. They emptied that keg of ale between them that you're guarding behind, it says now that I see.
Yeah, Beak's using that as cover.
Taking a look, and it says that they're just right out of it. They can be sane simultaneously and quiet, maintained, it even says in the module.
Thief. Who's the thief again?
No thief at the moment. It was Cloyer, but that's Jeff's character.
Okay. Well.
So you guys kill these two giants?
Yeah. Gleep will do it if nobody else will.
Yeah, it's for the good. They're
people good though, and there's something bad about that, I think.
Well, it's it's like, well, you could challenge them to a duel or something, but there's something bad about that as well because they'll step on you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've done it before. It comes down to it. You got to exterminate the evil classes, races, whatever.
These giants.
So you guys got in here quietly. I can't, right? It's oh wait, yeah, okay. It'll take you round to do that. So that's been. I'm just keeping track here for random encounters and whatnot, or other events could happen. Okay, now this area appears to be there's many pegs along the walls, and there's various items of giant outerwear, capes and cloaks, etc. And there's bags hanging from them, and there's random assortment of all sorts of doohickeys and whatnot. And two bloodied giants as you quickly kill these two. At the other end of the room, there's another door way back there, and you're not sure what's at the other end of the room exactly. And I'm going to make a roll here. It's so far quiet, well, despite there's actually quite a ruckus coming from this double doors. And you can tell just by the layout that those double doors are like a main entrance. Have a little bit of, there's some skulls hanging from them and whatnot that have been with a horn sticking out and various, it must be an important, you figure that there might be the main freaking hall of this place is on the other side of those double doors.
That's where all the partying's coming from.
Yeah, and you can hear lots of giants or whoever, many having a good old time.
Beak will whisper to the group, I don't think going through that doors at this point in time is the best thing. Wait till they've had their fill of ale and wind up like those other two. We can sneak on in through here and find more stragglers. A full frontal assault is probably not the greatest idea. But then again, maybe it is.
We're down 2 characters.
Yeah, I was trying to say, what happened to the hill giant just moved?
No, you guys just killed them.
And I realized that the one on the left, however, was in the corner of the room. And now it's right up against the other giant.
Well, he slumped over in death, I think.
They seem to be in the same location as me.
No, the one to the left was over here.
Well, and regardless, he's there now, and they're dead. The snoring is stopped and whatever, and you guys still hear the laughter. Another round went by, and we'll move back to who's next. What do you guys want to do quickly as a group? What's your direction? You have 2 normal quote-unquote doors. They're probably about 15 foot at their top. Those double doors are huge. They're probably 20 feet at their top and very grand.
Let's go with one of the normal doors. Let me find it on the map again. It seems so
Flurd will suggest this door.
That one? Okay. I don't know. That one seems to head in the same direction as the double doors, but
So does the other one.
oh, does it? I thought it was down here.
All the doors face north.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's not a door right there. This
what
is not a
is that
door.
What is that?
Something we can't see yet.
There's the structure of the tower is there. Like, and now you can tell that that's probably the access to the tower.
Oh. Want to go up into the tower?
Nobody's been up there over in that side of the room. You guys actually haven't checked anything out. You just entered, you killed the giants, and you're looking around at all this large stuff and listening to this ruckus party. And Frush is still invisible, by the way. I should put a symbol on him for that. Let's see here.
Beak will walk up there, sneaking.
Yeah, Flurd's right behind him.
All right, Flurd. Gotcha. And, oops, sorry. Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyone else want to join them? Now, giants are dead. The other doors are dormant.
Go up the stairs. No. Dude, there's a giant.
So, Beak, when you get around the corner and you go up the stairs, you can hear snoring, and there's another sleeping giant up there in the tower.
Okay. Thief will set his crossbow down quietly, draw his sword, sneak up on the motherfucker.
Make a dexterity save.
Oh, dexterity save?
Yeah, you're going up the stairs, and you had to go a bit upstairs to see him, but you can tell he's up on the top floor of this tower.
Okay.
So you're actually heading up the stairs.
That is my dexterity score.
So you just stopped. Your foot was coming down on one of the steps, and it was kind of rigged to really creak. And cat scared the shit out of me. But you put your foot back because you realized it was going. It would have made a hell of a racket. So you step over it, and upstairs you can find that there's a top floor to this tower, and there's multiple arrow slits, and there's another giant who probably partook in that keg, who is now asleep as well, slumped over on a bench, snoring away loudly. Or not loudly, actually pretty quiet. You didn't hear him.
Yeah. I will dispatch of him as well.
Why am I being moved?
Oh, I'm just wondering who that was. Hold on. You're over here? Okay, so you dispatch him, and there's nobody else up here.
Nothing else in this room?
There's a big iron hoop, and a straight bar hangs on a rope from a rafter above. It's a crude alarm system. Would have made a lot of noise. It probably would have alerted the whole upper level. It would have made a hell of a noise. A huge iron ring.
Could I disable that?
Ooh, it's heavy as...
No.
Yeah, I suppose you could. It's heavy as hell, though.
Uh-huh. The guy's here. He's dead. He's not going to ring it.
So it's two more. Oh, cat. All right. Anyone else want to do anything?
We'd like to keep one of them alive so I can possess it. You fools. You do not understand the power of my magic.
The dark side. So far, it's party time on the other side of the double doors. You guys have spread out a little bit in the room. Frush is somewhere invisible in the room. He's been moving slow enough to maintain his invisibility. It's going to last for another 2 turns. Red Mod, is Nestor around?
Apparently not.
Yeah, I know he's been gone. That's why I've been sort of stalling a little bit here. He got called off, and I haven't seen Jeff yet. Drat. Sorry about that, everyone. Incomplete party. And this module can explode in your face any second, so it's kind of... Okay, for now, though, you do dismantle this alarm system. It takes you a little time, and you look around. There doesn't seem to be much obvious treasure.
Perhaps when the thief gets here, he'll be able to find and loot this place better. They are often quite handy, discovering the finer things. But anyhow, I believe someone mentioned this door.
Oh, wow. Hold on. That sleeping guy up top has a really nice belt buckle.
Oh, does he?
Really nice. It's got 6 gems on it. Big gems. And it's gold buckle.
How heavy is it?
Pretty heavy.
I mean, but is it as in, can I take it off and put it in a sack?
Yeah.
Without disrupting a fucking raucous hill giant party going on behind double doors.
No, plus you're up the tower.
Yeah. Okay. So I can do that without too much.
Yeah, it's worth like 1,400 gold pieces.
Fucking A. That's going in a sack.
As far as you know, it doesn't appear magic or anything.
Well, when I come back down, I'll open a sack, point it out, show it to everybody.
Got some bling.
Give the universal sign for big money, which is 2 thumbs up and a smile.
Nice. Okay, another couple rounds have gone by. I'm going to make a random encounter roll.
Let's try this door.
Yeah, that's what we were waiting for.
Yeah, and I don't really want to go ahead until we have a few more characters or players at this point.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, we could investigate. You're the scout, I suppose. So Gleep, you could go over there and with Flirt or Funkin or whoever.
Yeah, 3 hill giants dead.
Yeah, sleeping ones. This is easy.
Yeah.
You can hear Frush walking around the room. Bit
Fireball.
clink, 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 creak, 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 clink.
You know, that's not something we could do. We could just bust open those double doors, have the dwarf and another fighter just stand there in the doorway holding it down while Gleep fireballs everybody inside repeatedly.
True. Yeah, I don't. There's different ways to tackle this.
Burn
Definitely.
it to the ground.
Yeah. Oh, there's Nestor. So Nestor, we exterminated another hill giant at the top of the tower, and seem to have secured the outer defenses a little too easily. You guys are like, But in some ways, you're not surprised. These lazy hill giants. And we're just deciding what to do next. And they're looking at this door to the northwest here. It doesn't appear to be locked. It's just a large oak door, iron bound, giant size, of course. And there's a lot of torches and lanterns fluttering here and there. The place is quite lit, active. Anybody have anything up their sleeve at the moment?
Sorry about that.
Just waiting for more people to back us up before we check out that door.
Yep.
Well, we're back to the three of us. Nestor, let me have a quick look just to see if he's actually gotten back.
Yeah, Redmond just post up where he's needed. Granted, not much he can do as a 2-foot dwarf now. Besides leap and try and climb up a giant's body.
Okay, do you want to move your character anywhere in the room? You and Roki are kind of at the back, still checking out the body, and you said you were searching it somewhat?
He's going to post up, get sort of with the party, and Roki's...
This door right here is opening.
Oh, like we're not opening it, but it is opening?
It's opening from the other side. And actually, you don't know that. Actually, it's Roki and Redmond notice that.
Yeah, they're going to post up behind the barrel.
Well, look at the map. It's too late. You're 25. Well, actually, you could run over there behind the barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, unless, wait a minute, you're wearing plate mail and such. What is your speed? Actually, it's still 12, isn't it? It's magical plate. Okay, so you can run up behind that barrel real quick as the door opens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Basically, the moment we hear creaking, we're gonna.
Now we have to make a surprise roll now. So one of you can be actually Nestor. You should probably roll that.
Yeah, Nestor, why don't you roll surprise and I'll stick to my initiative roll.
Okay.
So I rolled a 3, whatever this thing is, depending what you roll.
I got a 1.
Okay. You are taken off guard as this giant walks into the room.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hill giant. He opens the door and he walks into the room, and he blinks a few times as he sees the 2 corpses across the room, and he looks a bit closer now. I'm going to move you said you had moved behind the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to move you back here.
All right, as this guy comes in, Fonkin,
You're surprised.
oh, I understand that, but he's turning and looking.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to hate my reaction.
What are you gonna do? Because I was planning on climbing the
I
giant.
have to wait till it's my turn, dude. I'm just saying, my guys have turned around and looked. Yeah, we're surprised, but
Okay, he kicks that barrel.
Kicks the barrel.
Redmond and Roki that you're hiding behind.
Mm-hmm.
he turns. Oh, actually, I'll roll to see if he sees you. No, he's going to make a wisdom roll, which is low, so actually probably won't. Oh, I didn't. Did it roll? Didn't
I'm
roll.
not seeing.
Okay, 7. Oh,
Damn, he might see you.
he actually made his wisdom roll,
Wow.
and he sees you guys and boots that barrel. Now, what's your AC?
All right, AC for both of them. One
Yeah.
is a
I rolled a 10.
1 second.
So he can hit arm class 2 with that.
Redmond is armor class -1, 1 for some reason.
So the barrel skips over him,
And then Loki is -2, 1
and-
for some reason.
and Roki is swift as well, moves quickly to the side or drops as this barrel clatters quickly. Ugh, and he's just, ugh. Now we roll initiative.
That's my roll.
I rolled a 4.
I got a 6.
So you
I have-
guys have first move. And spells are first, and missiles. So anyone have a spell?
Are these squares 5 foot, 10 foot,
10 foot.
10
So
foot?
he's almost 70 feet from you, 60 feet.
1, 2, 3,
Large room.
5, 6, 7, 8, 90 feet from me.
Now everyone actually has to say kind of what they want to do, roughly.
Beak is going to fire crossbow bolts. He may get closer if he has to. I'm not sure of the range of a light crossbow.
First I should ask, anyone have spells?
I'm checking. I've got two
Okay.
different spellcasters.
Give me 1 minute. Now, this is our first clash. This giant kind of caught you guys off guard. Just happened to walk in the door. You can tell he was just coming into the room. But he reacted quickly, surprisingly quickly. He's sober, I guess. All right, I'll be right back. I'll let you guys come up with what you're doing this round. Spells first. 1 minute.
I'm thinking having Roki do hold person.
That would be good.
Bad
That's
idea.
a good spell. Definitely.
Especially with only like one creature. I think they get like a -2 to their save if you're only attempting one creature in first edition.
Mhm.
So there's only one
Both
hill
of my guys are attacking.
Gleep's going to save his at the moment.
Flurd is actually wait no. Flurd is going to have to cast a spell, but I think I have any good ones. Yeah, Flurd's going to cast Bless.
Uh-huh.
I know it's not much, but there's not much else I can really do.
Dude, you got fine traps.
What's that?
I just noticed you have fine traps.
Yeah. And
Roki, where's
the
Flirt?
other one, Bonkin is actually going to attack.
I was going to mention Nestor. Don't forget, he gets his -4 when large creatures attack him. That barrel, he would have got another -4 dodging it because of his size.
So you would have been at -5.
Yeah, against the barrel.
Did he go again?
Yeah, well, I took a real quick bio. Okay, I'll be back in 1 minute.
Uh-huh.
And no, so far so good, you guys. But I rolled for random encounters on 12-sided. If you roll 12, it's like, And I rolled anyway.
Something
Hey. Shit.
Design Gary Gygax.
Well,
And-
no, I never know how much time I have, and I'd like to go smoke a cigarette.
You can't smoke where you are?
No, I don't smoke in my bedroom. I'll smoke my e-cigarette in my bedroom, but I don't smoke real cigarettes in my bedroom.
Okay. I used to be a smoker, and I smoked I smoked inside my house. It's my fucking house. I paid for it. I smoked in it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I prefer not to smoke in the living room or in my bedroom.
Okay.
So that's just me. I'm trying to keep a clean apartment, you know.
But then I quit, and now I ran a marathon last year.
Damn! Congrats on that. Just
Quit
finishing one.
smoking, and then I ran a marathon. I go through a carton of cigarettes every week to 8 days. 7 to 8 days, I'd go through a carton. Full flavor. For 22 years.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, I used to smoke a lot more than that, but nowadays a pack is lasting me 2 or 3 days, and everybody's back. I guess I don't get the cigarette break.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll go for a bit here. We're back. We got action. There's just a lone giant, and he may have, you're not sure why he's here, whatever, but he's got a he does have a large axe at his belt.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like a huge axe to you guys, but it's one-handed for him, and he's reaching for that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you guys won initiative. Anyone have any spells in mind to get?
Yes.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Flurd is going to cast Bless.
Group
And
party
it-
spell.
Yeah, and he's going to. Well, crap! I can't manipulate the map for some reason. He'll move up a little bit. Like, can he make it to here and still cast?
Yes. Yeah, you
Okay.
can move. You can move like up to a quarter of your movement. You could move that close because you can move. No, you can move 120 feet full movement. So yeah, okay, you can get that close, barely.
Yeah. And then he's going to cast Bless. I don't know how to do auras.
You can pick one of those symbols if you like. Now, Frush. Oh, it's not his turn yet. So that was your spell. Any other spells?
Yeah. Hold person.
Ah, are you in range? Yes, you are.
I don't understand how to do auras.
Now, do you have the player's handbook open? You double click, and it'll give you options. You have to scroll down, though. It might not be on the screen. So
I see it. I got it now.
Okay. Where was I? Oh, Nestor. Which character again?
Roki was gonna do.
I'm just getting these names down bad. This is awesome. Roki. Okay, so Roki's hold. So is that a save throw on it? Was it say neg or on the player's handbook? Someone help me out here.
Neg, yeah.
It says 5 by
Right on.
5. What does that mean as far as what do I need to put in for range?
50 by 50?
It says 5. It says
Yeah, 5 with a
5
little.
inch by 5 inch.
Yeah, so that's 50. You have a 50-foot radius around you. Bless. Anybody within that range is got it. Oh, nice.
Everybody, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so far. So
Yeah.
Roki, that gives you +1 AC and +1 saving throw. Anyway, your cast this giant. It said negative, so that means you get saving throw to negate the effect.
Mhm.
Basically, the giant. Ooh, 9.
I believe hold person when you're only casting against a single individual is like a -2 modifier to their saving throw as well.
Yeah, I don't have my spell open at the moment. Did anyone have a description? This could be important because it's going to be close. Let me see what it is at the moment.
It may be humanoid too at that. I don't know if giant.
Actually, he failed, regardless.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that -2?
He, against spells, a fighter, like what I use, it's an 8 hit die monster.
Yeah.
So they save as a fighter 8th level. And they need against spells a 13. Ouch. So he's reaching for his axe, and he's a pretty big hill giant, bigger than these other ones. He might be their superior or something. And he's reached for his axe, and suddenly he's looking at you as you've described what you do, considering you're this elf confronting this.
You sort of just see Roki, this, I want to say, human cleric, just raise one hand, and then he just sort of seizes up and freezes in place, sort of staring me down.
How long's that effect?
1 second. That is, if I can read,
And he is
4 rounds plus 1 round per level.
wow, so a long time.
Yeah.
Wow, the max I can put in is 9. So he just stumbles and falls to his knees, and he's straining though, but he's being held. He's looking at you, and these fissures are twisting, and there's saliva coming down his mouth, and he's just like wants to grab you and crush you and swing that axe and clove you in twain. And there's this low grumbling coming from. Oh, but he's held, and it's you're holding him. You're just. And it's all quiet still. The door kind of just still is open behind him. Nobody else appears to be coming at the moment. And it's quiet again. Besides, the party's still going on. It goes up and down, the ruckus. And nobody's come through the double doors as of yet. And that's another round that's gone by. I have to tick that off. So now you got this giant held. You guys have been in this building about a full turn. You've been in here a turn and 2 rounds. About 10 minutes. Just over.
Cool.
All
All
right.
right, so
Quick powwow, you guys. What do you do with this giant? You can see the magic is just holding him.
the
Finish him.
how much noise has there been? I mean, how much noise is that hill giant making?
The barrel made the most noise when he kicked it. Clattered a bit, whatnot, but nothing seemed to have come of that thus far. It's been a couple rounds. And then it's so noisy in there that, and plus something clattering. Hill giants, who knows? They don't seem to be concerned. This guy might have heard something earlier. That reason why he came in. You're not sure. He's held at the moment.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
I have a character who's about to do something fairly foolish.
can you dispatch a held character like you can a sleeping character?
Yes. Who's going to do it this time? There's some nasty, dark stuff you have to do once in a while. Oh, my.
Boom.
All right. Well, so the hold spell's been cast and used, and the giant goes down with the stiletto in the back of the ear.
And yeah, Beak will just and then proceed to pick up his crossbow again and.
By the way, keep track how many that's you get half experience points for killing them this way.
Okay, I'm not an experience point guy. You don't, whatever. I lost the map.
Never know. Okay, quick gathering. You guys are in the room. The door is still open where he came from. He appears to have come from a hallway. And I can move that door, actually.
People then, after just killing that guy, will then go into the room. And I lost the map. What did I do to lose the map?
Might have been, was it my bad? No.
No, there it is.
Okay, I had to center you. You just got carried away. All right, who's with me here? Everyone still here? Nestor is gone again? Where'd he go? Oh, no. Eric's here, and all right, we'll carry on for the moment. It's up to you two to decide which way you want to go. You got these double doors, the party, and these other doors seem to go to different areas of the building.
I say we check out what's behind the door the hill giant came through.
There's a long hallway. About 40 feet down is a door on the left. And let me move this giant.
As I was going to say before.
Hold on. If you zip down there, that's real time. Okay.
All right, moving back.
All right, I was going to say, as I was rudely interrupted.
Oh.
If no one's stopping me, I was going to have Redmond start hammering away.
I was going to mention to you, remember that -4 when those giants are attacking you?
Mm-hmm.
That barrel would have been -4.
Yeah.
But it missed anyway. So, sorry, you were just going to follow up with these guys? They're going through the doorway on the right, which is open.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Now, Beak went up there in this hallway, and there's a large door on the left and a T intersection up ahead. Now, he zipped up there and looked, and as far as you could tell, Beak, that intersection went left
Yeah.
and right, of course. And there's torches guttering here and there, so lighting is let me see what you guys can see. Yeah, lighting has been good.
He's got vision.
Yep. Not sure where the giant came from. And
there's a door to the left.
Never mind.
Let's just go up to the intersection. Take a right.
Okay, so
Oh,
is everyone going to follow, I suppose, into this hallway, right?
Yeah. Looks like.
Boom. Take
Okay.
the lead in front of me.
I'll let you guys move too. Go ahead. I don't want to take over here.
All right, I'm at the intersection and a little past now, where Beak is.
The sound of the revelry fades a little bit. You're actually deep into this complex now. You see these intersections of logs in this large hallway, but 10 feet wide. I guess giant size, not that big. Like they can pretty well go down a single file.
I can't manipulate the map.
You can't. You should.
No.
Everyone else can, right?
I can move it left and right, but I can't move it up and down.
I'm having no problems.
Your scroll wheel doesn't work?
Oh, it works. I use it in every game.
Try the slider on the right.
The slider on the right.
On the right of the window in roll 20. You can actually grab the gray slider.
On the very left of my screen, there's a where they got the question mark and then a dice and then a I don't know, measuring stick, micro search thing, and then a draw shape. At the top of it, there's an arrow that's a pan view. If you click on it and then take it here, you can move the map with your mouse.
I didn't catch any of that.
Oh.
I figured out something I can do. It's just gonna be a pain in the butt.
Okay.
And yeah, we can go theater of mind a bit too. It's pretty simple at this point. You're in these hallways. It's not. You guys can go two abreast in 10 feet, unless you have like two-handed weapons and stuff. Then you'll need a full square to maneuver. So you go to the right, and you get to the end, and the hallway turns north, and there's a door, of course, to the south. And so far, you guys have been okay. You kept quiet, and nobody's wandered. Eventually, somebody's probably going to walk into that room and see 3 bodies, at least.
We should have dispatched them or something.
But you guys have moved on a bit, somewhat. And are you going to keep up with Beak? He's up ahead. A doorway up there appears to be. You have a quick look. Quiet.
Where did Gleep go?
Actually, you hear more snoring. Oh my. Coming from this door, Beak. And you don't even have to make a listen check. You can hear it.
Door again?
It's unlocked. Large door, and you'd have to reach up, and it's got a simple sort of wood lever for opening it. By the way, I'm keeping track of rounds here.
All right,
Yeah.
let's do it. Everybody come up and join me.
Redmond and Roki are going to follow close behind them.
Okay. Redmond, and you're small enough, Redmond. At this point, the potion is still working. Roll a 4-sided die. See how many more
Okay.
turns you have left on that sucker.
1 second. Bit cumbersome, my current position. 3.
So 3 more turns.
And then he'll be back to a normal-sized dwarf.
So Beak,
Oh,
you could.
sweet. Where
Everyone's
are
going to follow up.
Yeah.
Frush Sugal's got 1 more turn left. You can hear him coming up the hallway. He's still invisible. He hasn't had to make a major action or anything. He hasn't appeared. Roki, you want to come up there?
Yeah, I'm following close behind
Moving
Redmond.
that far forward.
What's that?
I didn't realize we were moving that far forward.
Yeah, he'd moved up, progressed. He's moving pretty quick. He's like keeping a pretty quick pace. Like it's been 2 rounds, and he's sneaking, but still he can go half your movement when you sneak. And he's at the end. He's found this doorway, and he tells you guys they're snoring.
Hold up
And
the
it's
hand
probably giants. Sounds like giant snoring.
and then make the big hands over the face and universal yawning sound, pointing to the door.
Sleeping.
Sword out in one hand, shield on the other, and just kind of.
And you're not wearing heavy armor and stuff, right? You got your elven boots.
Yeah, elven boots, elven cloak. I do think I have chainmail though.
Yeah, but even with elven boots,
Yeah,
you're
elven cloak, elven
pretty
boots.
freaking quiet. And the elven cloak, you're muffled. You
And I'm
slip
alright.
into the room, and you open the door, and I'll get rid of it.
All right.
And you see that it's a barracks.
Oh wow.
There are 8 or 9 beds, rough beds, of course, with straw and various rugs and pelts. And there's doodads and broken furniture and weapons laying around. And there are 2 giants noisily snoring on 2 of the beds. The rest appear to be unoccupied, and the rest of the room appears to be empty. And the other characters don't know this quite as of yet. But Beak, you slipped into the room, and the door is open. Red Mud, you can look in, I suppose. And
Yeah.
Put my hand up. Alt.
And you hear the snoring now, all of you, coming through the opening door. The door is only open about 2 feet, just enough for him to slip by.
Put my hand up. Halt. Take my sword. One dead,
Redmond's
half.
already-
Giant
Redmond's
hand.
had his hammer ready.
You go proceed to kill 2 more sleeping giants.
And then next round.
That's 2 rounds to do that. Okay.
Boom. Next round. And then hand. Come on in.
And you guys quickly see the situation. He's dispatched another 2 giants, and the extermination order is still proceeding.
Come on in, everybody. Close the door behind you. Let's search the room.
Yeah, and that's been 2, 3. Okay.
Lethal whip. You
First,
fool. I could have possessed one of those fellas. That's okay, Gleep. They're dead now.
They are dead. Not much else here, unless you guys want to spend a lot of time searching the room. By just cursory search, it's a barracks. It's stinky, lice-ridden, with 2 corpses of giants emitting gases still.
how much? Wait, how many rounds are in a turn or whatever? Because I've never been clear on durations.
10 rounds per turn.
10 rounds per turn. And a round is a minute. So that's 10 minutes. So usually in the old school modules, you usually had like a random encounter or a chance of a random encounter every turn or every.
No, I was
turns.
asking for a spell duration.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's segments as well. It might say how many segments. But a turn is 10 minutes.
What's the duration for detect magic?
Well, that's a good question.
Because if so, then Gleep may use it. Just
Yeah, and being an arcane user and whatnot, it doesn't look like there's anything here, but you never know with these old modules too. There are surprises. So if it lasts a while, I hear you. You'd want to, get the old Geiger
check
counter out, right?
It's a cleric spell, right?
Yeah. So it seems you guys have gotten so far into this building pretty pain-free. You've had to do some kind of not pleasant work, shall we say?
Yeah, the duration on detect magic is 1 turn, but
10 minutes. No, fuck that.
but it's 1 round to cast.
Yeah, never mind. I'm not doing it yet until I need it. All right.
You do find a pouch with 40 platinum pieces in it, which is
Hey.
Yeah.
On one of these giants.
Granted, that's a rather large pouch.
Now, is anybody watching the hallway? I see
Yeah.
Roki's out there.
Yeah,
Close in the hallway.
we've got somebody in the hallway.
Now, looking physically, Roki's out there. He's a little
Yeah,
ways
he's-
down left, and nobody's looking north. just so to let you know. You did notice when you did look north, there was a long hallway with more doors. And it go deeper into this place. And you can hear still the sound of revelry going through the walls and whatnot.
Mhm.
But you can tell you're deep into one of the wings. And you're not sure what to expect. You found this barracks. Maybe. And by the way, there's also been a passageway you haven't explored and a door you haven't explored.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, let us not dawdle.
No.
Next.
So Flirt's gonna start moving kind of down. You're gonna have to forgive me. I'm having to move stuff around on my desktop the whole time just to see where I'm going.
Oh, yeah. I've got multi-monitors. So
Well,
I've been that benefit.
Yeah.
so I have to move my one character. I have to move my character sheets, which I've got somewhat minimized, and then I have to go back and I can't tell if that's me or someone else. No,
But-
apparently I can move Redmond.
Now I'm watching. Okay. Well,
'cause I'm-
that's Nestor's guy. But for now, Flurd, you're heavily armored, right?
I don't know. Plate mail +2 with a dexterity of 17.
Okay, so make a.
Where did the
Dex-
guy go?
Who's that?
Flirt.
It's right there.
That's not where I wanted him to be.
You moved him up there. I didn't move him. Somebody else move him?
No.
I was right here.
God damn it! What is going on with my Zoom? It's constantly going in and out. Jesus.
Well, when I ping you guys like that, it'll zoom you in where we are, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to move Redmond and Roki.
Okay, so
Behind
who's your scout? Who's up front? Like,
Beak should be. I may have moved him accidentally, thinking that was Beak. I suppose I could move him. I didn't know.
nope.
I was trying to make Beak up to that door where Fleur was.
Right. Maybe I'll get rid of some of these words. Hold on. Let me get rid of some of this stuff so it makes it a little easier to read the numbers. Oops.
That's Redmond. Hey, I can move Redmond.
Yeah, he's probably
Please-
on
please don't.
universal.
Please don't.
Just Gleep.
Trying to get him down the hallway, not back into that room again.
Okay, there's Beak. Yeah. I want
Hey, does
Beak.
that help? I got rid of the last names, so it's not a jumble of letters.
Okay, Beak's at that door. Let us try this door. This door. Why
Hey,
not?
you hear this screech and yell? And does anybody here speak Hill Giant?
I don't know where the languages are.
It's on the character sheet.
Let's see.
Let's see here.
Kobold and Redmond speaks Hill Giant.
Ah. Anyone else?
I'm
As
still
he's
trying to find my
trying to move up this hallway behind Gleep.
Where did you put languages?
It's on the main character sheet for the tournament. Original tournament. That one I posted to the Facebook. Just keep
Yeah.
that one open. That one's handy because it's got.
I close Facebook when I role play because I get too much additional noise
Then
from people trying to message me and stuff.
paste it to your desktop.
Come
I got
on,
too
Redmond.
much open. My computer's crawling.
It's crawling. Oh, we're doing good though. It's all good.
Yeah.
You hear
what
this-
What language were you asking for?
Hill Giant. I think you're the only one who does.
Besides Redmond. Come on. Get
no.
up that hallway.
That's a negative. I speak Fire Giant.
Okay, so who was it who spoke it?
Redmond, and he's sort of behind sort of moving up behind Gleep, trying to make his way up the hallway. If it will let me go.
Okay, let me just check who's controlling you. Give me 1 second.
Well, I know I could move him.
There we go. God damn. Nope. Why? The fuck? I'm not the only one seeing that, right?
I'll get it in a minute. You just hold on. Oh yeah, okay. That's why I don't have you controlling him. You are Nestor. Okay, now you should have control of him now.
Good. Yeah, he's
Do you?
basically just moving up the hallway, trying to get
Yeah,
up to where
and
the
you hear
Mike
this
is
screech, and you all hear it come down the hallway. You little shit! It's yelling in this giant, and it sounds like this horrific woman. You little shit! I'll have your hide! And you hear the thump against the door. Smack, crash, and the door buckles. Right, Beak, and you stumble back, and the door just something hit it hard, something big. Crash!
I'm moving.
And stand still, you little shit! You hear on the other side.
Hey, I hope they're coming to the door. I'm backing up and loading my crossbow.
Okay, now roll surprise roll.
Oh, that'd be me then.
You guys get an advantage. Like their surprise is very slim, so. But I did roll a 6.
No surprise.
They are not surprised.
I got a 6.
Neither team is, in fact, but you guys have. I said you guys have advantage, so in fact, you guys will get surprise. But the door buckles and breaks open and shatters, and a body flies through it, and it's a. You're not sure what it is. It's might be a giant ogre. You're not sure, but what's left of it comes blasting through the door, and somebody or something threw it through from the other side.
Fucking
Okay.
And you can hear this woman thing cursing and hill giant. And Redmond, you kind of turn white a bit. You've been through 3 to 9 hells, but you're like, Jesus Christ! Sounds like the headmistress of freaking the worst nursery.
Even the dwarf, he's like, I don't even curse that much.
Yeah, you're just like, oh my, what's going on? The door is blown open. This dilapidated, emaciated, scarred up, lice-infested slave hill giant on the low end of the social ladder, definitely, is bloodied up and broken while moving, though. Might be still alive, actually. Not by much, though. It's squirming around. It's got like manacles on, and it's a slave or whatnot. Something threw it through the door.
Gleep is going to put crossbow bolts in it.
Do you have a shot at it?
Did it come into the hallway?
Whatever it was that threw it?
Yeah. No, at the one. Yeah.
No, it's in the hallway. You can shoot it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Now, everyone declare what you want to do with your surprise. You have 1 segment to act. Now, most of you can't see in the room. All you see is this shattered door and this poor hill giant slave trying to get up. And we'll start with Gleep.
Gleep is going to put arrows into it. That's just
Into the thing trying to get up? Okay. Now, there's a rule I have. If you shoot through party members and you miss, there's a percentage chance you'll hit a party member.
Okay.
Just bear that in mind.
Like as in, because I went, I went north or whatever top, so I'm just like, but if I miss, it'll come down the corridor and possibly shoot somebody else.
Well, Beak's at the top. Are you talking about Beak now?
Yeah, Beak.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you meant Gleep.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah, because you're looking up through the hallway through them people. That's what I thought. So you could shoot them. Whack.
Okay. Putting a crossbow into him.
Sure.
Yeah, that would be armor.
Are you using your magic bolts or not? You got to declare that.
No, not.
Okay.
That'd be armor class -12.
Roll damage.
What is the damage for?
1d6.
All right, 1d6, and let me see here. That would be plus 2 for specialization, 6 + 1 crossbow, 7. I don't think dexterity adds to damage for crossbows. Right?
No, that's right.
So 7 points.
Okay, you silently put a quarrel into this thing, and you hit it pretty good.
Nice.
And groans and looks around. Anyone else? Now Beak.
Oh, that
was Beak. Sorry. Now Redmond.
He's gonna throw that hammer
At the thing that went through the door.
Yeah.
Oh, You do the Thor thing. Oh, describe your action. Okay, well, what'd you actually roll?
I'm gonna roll for an attack against it.
Yeah.
That's at what? That's at -5, right? But
Yeah.
+6 because magic hammer.
Oh, that's a nasty. You're +6 to hit, right?
Yeah.
Already, your Thaco was what? It was 6 or something like that, didn't we? Look at that. Or?
Yeah.
I think that 6 is included. 6.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
We'll see.
You're 9th level, right? Yeah. So you had 12. Yeah, 6. So your Thaco was 6.
Yeah, 19 to hit.
Blap.
I imagine you just.
That's
roll for
triple damage. Now,
Triple damage?
I don't know if you want to describe this much, but
Uh,
it's very effective. As this thing is looking up and down the hallways, this hammer comes like.
I just
and-
imagine it sinks into the eye, probably gets lodged a bit, then there's a sort of a delay when it comes back, and you just see it fly with a streak of red.
like a magnet that goes back to your hand in the same round. Takes like a segment, and this thing just slumps backward with its head staved in, and splat, and there's silence.
Oh wait, are we actually acting in the turn order?
Yeah, now it's Frush.
Okay.
Frush is still invisible, and it's his turn. Now that creature's dead.
Very much dead.
Yeah, and Frush was invisible at this point, and he was actually creeping up the hallway. I forgot to move him. He's just
I think-
outside the door.
I think at this point, Redmond's like normal size, right?
Yeah. And Frush, he's not sure what to do. He was just like, wow, that hammer. Oh, Redmud. Actually, Frush would. No, he's invisible. We'll let that pass for now.
Mhm.
He's trying to look in the doorway, and he can see. He's like he's pointing. There's a big one. Holy. Roki, do you want to do anything?
Let's see here.
Well, actually, Frush is gonna go jump to the doorway. Oh, with his Leon shield in front,
I'm
and
gonna-
as
I'm
he's
gonna
going to the
bless-
doorway, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna bless what's his name? Flirt, I think it is.
Gonna what?
You're gonna
I was
cast
gonna
bless.
put bless on Flurd.
Bless is an area effect.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you're gonna center it on me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you do that? Okay, I suppose.
So that's a 50-foot radius.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Everybody.
So Roki does that. Anyone else have a spell or anything they could do to
I'm
get?
reading up on it real quick. I've never used spiritual hammer before.
Oh,
Spiritual-
that's very handy. You have to be able to see the target though. It creates like a hovering whatever
Oh.
spiritual weapon goes to your god or your culture.
Yeah, it's very simple for Flirt just to move up like this. You know, actually probably about here.
Casting spiritual hammer brings into its distance field
Okay.
of force, which is shaped vaguely like a hammer.
Mhm.
Please don't read it out loud. I'm trying to read it at the same time. So,
Mhm.
3 levels of experience for the caster. Caster is level 9. So that would be +3. +3 to hit and only doing D4 damage. The hammer strikes at exactly the same level as the cleric controlling it, just as if you were personally wielding it. This is kind of a sucky spell.
Thus gaining all bonuses for such an attack and negating defensive protections such as shield and dexterity.
Yeah, it's a buff, like a party buff.
What, spiritual hammer?
Oh no, sorry, I was on bless. This one, no, this one it's It is what it is.
Blessed is good. Spiritual Hammer just looks useless to me right now. And I prepared it 3 freaking times.
Crack its skull open with your regular hammer.
That's not much better.
There's actually 3 targets in here. I think Gleep may use the spell then. Nobody in there. He's fireballed.
All right, actually, screw spell casting. I'm actually going to charge in there.
Oh, so much for fireball in your room.
You can always throw a hammer in there.
Frush is going in. Hold on, he's in front. I was just waiting if anyone had a spell to cast or something.
We're still
So he's in the doorway. I'll have to move you back or move yourself back or whatever.
I've got it.
He's just going through the doorway, and there's this huge, droopy-breasted giantess of ghastly appearance, and you guys have seen sea hags. And this thing, and she's grabbed a bed frame. She's shrieking in rage, and takes a swing at Frush as he's coming through the door with this thing, because it has pretty good reach. She probably has 20, 30 foot or 15-foot reach with this thing. She swings it. And Frush jumps through, and he's like readying his shield, though. He's like, yeah, okay, let's see what you got. So before he can, we have to resolve that before he can break into the room. So she swings and misses, and he just shatters the bed on his shield. It just splinters of wood and timber fly as that magical lay-on shield just smacks it. And as he runs into the room, he swings at her with this huge friggin' spear, +3 spear he has, and he leaps into the room, attacks her with an elaborate twist and turn, and that's a hit as he slices open one of her teats. All right, +4.
Rush! You go, Rush!
Yeah, this huge matron sort of butch. There are 2 other slave hill giants in here, by the way, that she was beating up and pummeling. That's 1 attack. He strikes her again, and that's a hit. 14, 6 plus 4. That's 11 more damage. He quickly dances into the room with a spear, dancing professionally. He pierces her twice, but unfortunately his back is to one of these hill giant servants, so we'll see what he does next round. And that would allow Flurd to jump into the room if you wanted to. Her bed's been destroyed. She's like grabbing a couple remnants of it, going, ugh. Huge behemoth.
Doesn't put me where I want to be put.
Yeah, you're there.
Yeah, I'm right in front of her. And as I came through, I was going to hit her with the Staff of Striking. I'm using 3 charges.
All right, roll to see if you hit her.
What's her AC?
That's 4, I think.
4? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I made it.
Probably a hit, right?
Yeah, I got a 15.
All right, crack! And you use how many charges?
All 3.
Oh, so that does.
That's the most I can use at once. So
that's 3 die 6. So you do your hit plus additional 3 die 6. So staff, you do 1 die 6 plus your strength bonus or it's magical. Staff striking's +3, so 1 die 6 plus 3.
This is why I don't like Facebook being open when I run a game. Sorry. People are pissing me off, and it has nothing to do with anybody in the game. Yeah, I don't have a strength modifier, so it's just going to be 46.
That's only 46.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only 4d6.
Not quite a fireball. 5, 10, 14, 16, 18.
Oh, believe me, I'm going to try and go for another hammer throw when I get the chance.
Fucking A.
She just got hit by 18 points of damage.
Jesus.
Yeah, but I can't do that all the time.
Yeah, no.
You said 19?
18.
I was actually going to say, sure, 19.
Oh, Strike, crack. There's a flash and crack as a staff goes off. The charge of energy goes down it and hits her hard. She flies back against the wall and is not down though. See, she stumbles up again. It did a lot of. She's tough, old haggis. Now the rest of you are still stuck in the hallway. We'll go to Funkin. Is he able to get in the room? 1, 2, 30 feet. So you could move. You could actually stand. Now you can't get into the room because Flurd and Frush are kind of in the way at the moment. And so you could actually go onto the corpse of the hill giant servant. Yeah, and then attack her. Now she got knocked back, so there is space now. There's a 10-foot gap. You could actually go into the room if you wanted to make more space and more people could get in optionally.
Why did it? It's not letting me get any closer than this. That stinks. But Fonkin, leaps over the corpse, jumps into the room, and as he's jumping, he stabs his sword at the blubberous mass of tissue that's in front of him.
The horrendous female. Ugh.
And you said a 4?
Yeah, you guys are a tough party.
AC 4, so that is an 18.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 18. And I do, how much was this sword?
I think Funkin's last to move. Roki went. Redmond went.
12.
Has Gleep gone yet?
Leap has not.
Oh, okay. So Gleep has to go yet. Gotcha.
Fonkin's sword kind of jabs into her gut, probably up to the hilt, as he did 12 points of damage.
That's it. You found a vital organ. She shudders, coughs up a bunch of blood. Make a dexterity save to see if he spews you with, you and Frush and Flurd. I'll have to make dex saves to avoid a geyser of blood.
All right, my guys made it.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad I'm in the hallway.
And I'll roll for Frush. He's used to it. Oh, that's going to be close. What is his dex? What's Frush's dex? Anyone got that? Oh,
1 second. I'm looking. Frush dex.
14. Oh, he passed barely. Gets speckled a bit by blood. And who was this guy here? This was Flurd. Oh, wait a minute. Oops. Damn it.
Funkin'
Nice,
Flurd.
all of a sudden.
Was it?
When Frunkin kills it, he can't help himself. He just kind of shouts out, "Yes!"
Or did it die?
Yeah, he skewered it.
Okay, awesome.
So he literally let out a scream. Yes.
Okay, and it sounds triumphant and echoes about the room, and it affects the 2 hill giant servants. Are actually kind of cowering back at the moment, and appear to be just amazed by these sparkling warriors that came in and slayed this horrific thing that had been probably making their life hell. You could see that this was some sort of quarters for this womanly giantess, and these are perhaps her servants or something. These poor saps.
The queen or the...
You don't think the queen. You think she was like the house head maid. I don't know what her status is, but she doesn't have any trappings. And this place doesn't have the look of royalty at all. This is not actually great quarters.
Chamber.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like a maid's chamber, if you could picture that. Only the nasty old matron in she fights and has been dominating these others. And these other ones are just cowering now. They're just
Kill hill giants.
Okay.
and they're muttering and saying stuff. Now, the dwarf can understand them.
Yeah, Redmond's gonna move a bit further into the room along with Roki, and they're gonna take a look at what's happened.
Please, please, killed her, eh? Thank you for this. One of them strides forward. They're all actually female. They're all maids. She got really mad at the one she threw through the door, apparently. But one comes forward. Please, please, you let us keep her treasure, and we'll tell you things.
Never trust a hill giant.
It might be useful. Redmond's sort of saying, just like
There's
it could be useful.
There's a huge, ghastly bed in this chamber, by the way, that she used.
Remnants of a bed.
Well, yeah, sort of a nest, maybe. Or there's a large table. These two servants are they're female giantesses, and they're battered and bruised a bit, but they kind of had some status. You can tell they're and they're eyeballing you guys. You know, they seem to be quite intimidated. You killed their mistress. Anyone want to do anything at this point in the room?
Gleep is going to stand outside where I put him and keep watch.
Good.
Redmond's going to try and go further into the room behind, right there. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, you guys can enter the room, and these two giantesses are just like, they're like, please, please, we keep the treasure. We tell you some things.
I don't like keeping on treasure. I can't. They're giant or common.
I would imagine hill giant, right?
What language are they speaking?
They're hill giant.
Okay, it's hill giant.
I don't speak it.
No, actually, one of them is speak common.
Okay.
Is it like
broken? Real rough though? Oh yeah.
Pretty.
Please. We leave. Take treasure. I'll tell you. Other side of door. It's his place. Snur's place. And the other ones hiss when they hear the word Snur.
Who's Snur?
Chief.
That's his
chief.
This door, and I will point towards that
one,
door.
Right?
Yeah.
She nods. Yeah. And on the other side of that door is his place. Wife quarters.
What quarters?
Dining room. His place.
Well, at least we know where the chief lives.
We know the chief is also at banquet at the moment.
Sounds like it.
Or at least I would assume he's at banquet. I mean, I suppose I don't know that, but I know that. Even though I don't know that.
And one of them's creeping toward the bed. See treasure. And she pushes aside some pillows and rugs and such and drags out a chest.
Are we really going to?
And she points. You open.
Can we get a peek at what's inside there?
The chest?
Yeah.
It looks like a big, sturdy chest. Pretty elaborate lock on it, actually. Typical sort of key lock. She dragged it out and then steps to the side and she points at the mistress. Keys.
She got the key on her?
Yeah. She's nodding, grinning.
That beak will search the body.
And you quickly find besides some smelly, gross things and sticky, smelly stuff. She has his pouches and some gold coins and a key, a set of keys, actually, multiple keys.
Okay. Bubble around in the lock. One of them will fit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You do find the right key.
All right. What's? I suppose I'm opening it, and then something explodes when I open it. I suppose. I don't know.
I mean, Redmond's going to help you with this because I would imagine this is a pretty big chest in comparison to
Okay.
us.
Fair enough.
Actually,
Oh Jesus.
there is no trap.
Oh.
There's no trap.
I was just making sure here quickly. The chest holds 800 pieces.
800 what?
Gold pieces.
Gold pieces.
The bottom's filled with gold. There's 3 platinum bracelets.
3 platinum bracelets. All right.
They're worth a lot each. Big bucks. Really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my question: were they saying they'll give us the treasure if we
No,
let
they'll
them
keep it.
leave? Or they're like, they want to keep the treasure?
Yeah, they say they get you to the hall. And there's 4 potions in there.
4 potions. Can we tell what they are from a glance?
One is definitely a potion of healing. But the other ones, the other 3 you can't tell.
Or at least from where we are currently, we can't tell.
See,
So
the
if we
one
let them
waddles
fix
up
it
to the
to death-
chest and goes, "Oh, we told you about the rooms. We get the gold." And she starts to reach in to grab fistfuls of gold coins.
Oh, they want us to gold.
Apparently.
I'm gonna snag those potions.
I just like to say in let me see here, a language that I can choose that these hill giants will most likely not understand. Goblin. Everybody speaks Goblin, right? Elvish. I was saying Elvish. Surely, guys, some people in here speak Elvish.
Redmond speaks Goblin.
Yeah, but the hill giants might.
Hill
speak
giants probably do.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
Elvish. I went with Elvish. Yeah, there's Frush speaks Elvish.
Fresh speaks Elvish.
Yeah.
Roki, Noel.
Oh.
How does one speak Noel?
Gleep. Like that. That's how it goes.
Okay, you
I was
guys
saying-
hear a loud, reverbeating clang go through the walls and hall.
Oh, by the
Similar
way,
to
Jeffrey's
that-
available.
The warning symbol that I took out.
Yeah, somebody rigged it up.
Oh shit. You know.
And you all look at each other, you hear it.
There's a dead hill giant in the fucking corridor.
Now, as far as you know, nobody's seen you or escaped from you to alarm. So somebody found some bodies. Yeah. And just generally hitting the alarm.
Well, now they know we're here.
Yeah. And
Let these two go because they'll be like, oh yeah, they're there in that room. I mean, it's just. I mean, I'll say on Elvish. Remember, we are here to kill hill giants. If we let them leave, there's no guarantee that they will not just turn us into the troops that are looking for us.
Mhm. Oh, there's a moral conundrum.
We're here to kill hill giants. That's what we're here for.
Yeah,
That is true.
we can get them on the way out.
So what's your first step? Now, a bit under the clock here. You have to decide pretty quick what your next move is going to be. As far as you know, on the other side of that door is access to the hall, to the chieftain's quarters. As far as these, you can trust these 2 maids. So you're actually deep in the steading. You went by the guard room, you got by some barracks, you ignored some other stuff. You guys are far away in here.
Yeah.
And she did also mention that on the other side of that door is the chieftain's
Kings
suite.
and the queens.
Pardon?
The kings and then the queens beyond that.
Yeah, the suite. And then immediately to the left is the hall. So you guys have moved up to the right side of the hall. it's to the west of you. You can actually sort of hear the revelry still to the hill. But when you hear that clanging noise, it takes a little while, but the ruckus kind of calms down.
Let's drag this hill giant into this room.
Can all of us drag a hill giant into a room?
The servant? Or
Yeah,
the
one
maid?
dead.
Oh, yeah, you guys could team up and drag her.
Yeah.
She's probably weighs like 1,000 pounds.
I mean, Redmond's got this strength of 18/74.
Oh, yeah. So it takes a round to do that, basically. The
Yeah,
door
but-
is still shattered.
Oh, fuck. Never
And-
mind. Let's just go into the chief's room. Fuck these bitches.
Okay, so you guys have to
Yeah.
come to up with a plan now. We might have a bit of a huge fray here. Or
Yeah.
Kill them or let us go into the next room and lock the door behind us.
and there's always an option to flee.
There's
just-
always the option of fleeing.
Just bug out if you can. Now you might be trapped. You guys know one way out, back down the hallway and back into the guard room and outside.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, back in the guard room where they sounded the alarm up in the tower. So
Yeah, that'll probably be an assembly point, thinking
Yeah.
tactically. And now you see Frush becomes visible. His potion wears off. He does have another one, though.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think.
fuck it. Either we're killing these hill giants. I say that no wish, and I'm assuming nobody's agreeing with that. Or let's go into the chief's room and lock it behind us.
Well, even if we stay right here, they can only come at us one at a time.
Yeah.
We got a good choke point right here.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. We'd also have a good choke point guarding the door to the chief's room.
Okay.
If need be, we can post some of our best fighters in the hallway and some of our best clerics in the doorway.
Now, also, now so far, a couple rounds go by as you guys are discussing. A round goes by or so. The clanging finally stopped, and the hall kind of went a bit more quiet. There's still a lot of ruckus and orders going on, and you guys are discussing defending this room. There's no other exit from this room that you guys see.
Beak is exiting and just standing by the shattered door, like using the doorway as like cover, and crossbow trained down the south of the corridor.
Mhm.
And where's Gleep? Because Gleep is going to get and post himself up by the door of the hill giant king or chieftain or whatever.
This one over here.
Gleep's going to post up by this door.
Okay, I'll move him there. Okay, so he's by the door. Now, these are 10-foot squares, so you can have two people side by side, and possibly even three if you're small and not using big weapons.
Yeah. Redmond's going to try and get
Did the
in the
screen
middle
get
there.
smaller?
And Big Scout is crossbow bolt trained south.
Okay, anyone
Redmond's gonna
else?
post
So
this
you
doorway.
guys are going out in the hallway, moving out.
If we're not going to
Yeah,
kill
Redmond's
those
going to
little
post
giant
up in the
bitches,
hallway.
How long has it been?
About a couple rounds, pretty quick. Not long.
Well, my
Go
character
back
is
into the
basically
fire.
standing with somebody else, so I can't really. Flurred is Flurred the one I want up front? No, Flurred and
Come on.
I'll move Beak a bit to the south there. You can have two people in the same square.
right, I understand that, but Flurred I
Actually,
actually
that's
wanted that. I wanted back here. Remember that bless spell is about to end.
And you can hold down your Alt button, and it'll put you exactly where you want, so you're not centered on a square, which is a pain. So you can actually put yourself on one side.
that does kind of suck.
Yeah.
No, it does not.
Oh, okay. Yes, I was
Ooh, we could do
picturing
that.
Beak as being like right at the, using only having
Hmm.
half of his body in the crossbow outside the door, the rest of it inside the door, facing down south.
Redmond's posting up in that hallway.
Okay, now
Right.
what's your guys' plan? Are you guys breaking out? Are you moving? Are you
I don't think we have
Just-
a plan.
posting up?
The plan right now looks like we're waiting for them to come down the hallway, and so they can only come at us one at a time. That's what it looks like to me. I mean, granted I was away from my computer for a couple of minutes, but
I think that's kind of what we're going for, is like having a choke point, and where it's just like we've got giants lined up and just kill, 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 kill.
Whoever comes in the door, or whoever comes in the door or the hallway, you're gonna have both sides covered.
Fuck it. Gleep is opening the door.
Gleep is going to open the door.
Gleep is going to open the door. If he can.
Yeah, the latch is a long ways up, but he can maneuver it and push, and the door pushes open in or pulls toward you into the hallway.
Mhm.
And oh shit! 1 second. There's a large hallway on the other side, which is clearly raised in importance now. And on this side, there appears to be. 1 second. To your right around the corner, you could peek real quick, and you can see numerous interesting things fill this space to your right around the corner. And I keep losing my thing here, which is dominated by an enormous fireplace. On the other side, there's a mantle. The fireplace holds a few items, including shiny brass jar and a humanoid skull. The room has 2 tables, several chairs, and 2 stools, giant size, of course, as well as rugs, hides, and skins on the floors and walls. And it appears to be more decked out and more elaborate than any other place you've seen thus far. And this could be the suite of the chief himself. There are pottery flagons and platters on the tables, and kegs and pots, and the walls display various trophies. There's heads of humanoids and other creatures. There's skulls and skins and some arms and armor. And you can't really see much more around the corner, but there's shields on the wall and whatnot. And just, it must be his dining area, sort of personal suite area. There's also a 20-foot wide hallway that goes to the north, and they mentioned that up in that direction was the personal chambers of the chief. Up this way.
Okay.
Now, as that's happening, however, this door, there's double doors to your left, are about to, they're opening,
Yeah.
actually. And that's where the Great Hall is.
If possible, we could just post up in this area.
We
Like-
picked the wrong spot.
Now, tactically thinking, you're looking for
We
alternate
could
ways
post up in
out.
that area.
Yeah. You guys do have a full round to act.
Rookie and Redmond are thinking we could post up in this area right here, and where they have fireplace, like in the general area here, and
So
Spooky
move
could set
into-
up a blade barrier.
Move into his chambers, the main chamber.
Bleak is.
Yeah.
He's retreating.
Because he's thinking set up a blade barrier on behind, near those double doors.
Oh. So, all right, you go with it right now then. You have to move quick.
Flurd is jumping behind the table for a little bit of cover.
Okay, Gleep, you ran into the room already, and you're going to cast a blade barrier?
No, Gleep doesn't have blade barrier. Gleep is going to
Roki.
also jump on the table and
Oh,
then
Roki.
prepare fireball as soon as those doors open.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have a round. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 60 feet. You can run over there. So Gleep runs over behind beside Flurd. Now remember to hold down the Alt, and then when you let go, you can put them anywhere you want. I could make you guys a bit smaller, actually.
No, I figured it out. It looks like Leap and Flurd are going to be throwing down 2 fireballs at the same time.
Now,
Yeah.
just quickly, Roki, where do you move? You got 1 round to act. You can move
Just
like 12
Moving in this
squares.
doorway. Right over here. So you can set up that blade barrier in that doorway.
And that was Beak.
Yeah, where'd Beak go? I was
Right
gonna
here.
put right here.
Technically in a wall right now.
Around the corner.
Just a little bit of so he can
Okay.
step out and shoot and then, cover from
So, Nestor, can you actually move your character?
I'm trying to, but my computer's being a bit slow right now.
Okay,
I'm
and
trying
that's
to get-
Roki you were saying is going to cast the blade barrier?
Yeah, I'm trying to get next to Beak.
Okay, I'll move you just for now. So,
Yeah,
Roki, you step into the room and start getting your spell ready. And I'm going to create a effect for that. So
Yeah, and Redmond's just gonna post up in front of Roki with his boots of striding.
Oh, dude.
You might want to.
Crawl under the table? How tall is the table? It's a hill giant table, right?
it's big. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Gleek doesn't want to be behind the table. He wants to be under the table.
Sure. Easily do that. Okay.
Whoop, whoop. There we go.
So Roki's getting ready to cast Blade Barrier. Redmud, you can move 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you can move anywhere into that room quickly.
He's gonna get probably near the table,
Top or bottom?
bottom. He wants access to the legs.
And Frush is going to go along the top part. Now, we haven't investigated the south part of this room at all. There's a set of double doors at the bottom part, just so you know.
Oh my fucking god.
There's so many fucking doors.
Yeah. And as everyone ran in the room this round and quickly set up, like it was like, it's on. It's like, oh shit, somebody's coming. And you happen to see these doors open, and we're going to roll for surprise. You guys get advantage. Actually, you guys get automatic surprise, but we'll roll to see if you guys, how many segments you get.
Okay.
Actually, no, it's going to be normal surprise because you guys ran in there. You guys weren't ambushing. So,
Oh my god.
We're ambushing the other double doors, not those. I didn't see the double doors at the bottom. Fuck.
Oh, Jeffrey's here.
I am.
Hey, Jeff. Oh, let's bring in your characters. I guess we can do this.
Well,
are you ready to play?
I don't want to. Yeah, I mean, but I don't want to just like magically appear.
We
It
just are
should be
hitting
like
a mother load battle here, buddy, right now. They just stirred the nest.
Ugh. Well, how much longer are you guys going to go? Actually, just out of curiosity.
Oh, well, what do you guys? We're going to have a good couple of rounds here, a bit of fray. At
'Cause-
Good for
At
this,
least an hour.
yeah, I could do maybe another hour, but after that I'd have to go to bed because I got to go to work.
Well, they've just penetrated into this steading. They've avoided a major confrontation. They've managed to infiltrate and kill about 5 or 6 giants in their sleep so far, at least. And then they stumbled upon the maid's quarters of Snur's personal quarters, and they actually now are fortifying his personal hall and the main party area. They're all running. Well, some are. They're not sure what's going on yet. It's not like a controlled. Well, I'll let you guys know what's happening shortly. Let me see what you see. Redmond, what do you see? Oh yeah, you can see into the hallway up ahead. You see all the stuff up there?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
You see numerous bodies, numerous, and they're all. There's orders being barked. There's people stumbling around. You see, there's confusion though.
Oh god.
There's confusion. They're not all uniform. Just to let you know. But
Here's,
an ogre is stumbling
So-
into the hallway. There's an ogre.
here's,
And there's a
Here-
blade barrier that's going to be in front of him.
They're the only thing that would.
Okay, hold on, one at a time. I'm just
well,
only thing
I
that
saw that it was highlighting Flurd, so
I'm just about to say I'm going to start the round, with just filling Jeff in quickly.
Yeah, the only thing I'd have against instantly playing is I've got a 9th level magic user and I don't know what his spell list is. So
Well, take a minute, see what you listen for a bit. Then
right.
I put your characters to the side for now, and they are Cloyer and Fuffle.
okay.
Now you do have the spell list. It's on the event page.
On that one where it listed all the characters,
Yes.
because when I get there, it's got
I sent it to the messenger group.
the spell lists.
Yeah.
All right. Oh god, and there's going to be a blade barrier in front of him when that ogre goes into that
what I was
hallway.
going to suggest was first let's launch the fireballs. to
Yeah.
get the 2 of them prepared, and then you throw up the blade barrier.
Yeah, we'll go in that order when they step in.
Yeah, and so
That's
for
my
now,
thing.
it's going live action too. Yeah.
So we're going to do 2 fireballs and then a blade barrier.
Now,
Yeah,
last time I'm going to push us. The first player that started was who was your scout again? Was that Gleep or Beak?
Beak was the scout.
Okay, so we start with Beak, and
He's fire crossbow bolts.
we both rolled 1s for surprise. So you guys have surprised each other. Is what's happened. You guys ran in the room. You're setting up.
I thought you said we had automatic surprise since we heard them all coming.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready then. Since
Yeah,
I've got
okay,
my
yeah, that's true.
spell list there.
Yeah, you would have anyway, because this ogre comes walking into the hallway. And, of course, there's more coming behind him. You see there's a hill giant coming up behind him and another ogre. And they're just coming into the hallway sort of haphazardly, entering the hallway, coming down toward... They haven't probably even seen you guys yet.
Hey, Darren, can you put my characters on there?
Oh, right.
Or at least let me see them.
Well, what I can do is actually take me a second. I'll have to give you control quickly.
Well, that kind of explains why my computer is being so slow. That's a lot of giants.
How many are there?
A lot.
For us to count right now.
Too many for us to count.
Let me minimize take my thing down a little bit.
As far as I can tell, this is about to be a blender.
I think that this is an excellent spot for me to burn my lightning bolt.
Now, can you control your characters, Cloyer and Faffel? Now, we have our thief now, by the way.
Oil and... Okay, so... Yeah, I can move myself.
Okay, excellent.
All right.
So let's start at the top. Now, everyone...
Well, I can't move Faffel. I can move Cloyer.
All right.
Oh, I see. Okay, I got it. I didn't sign him yet. You will be in about... Should be now, actually.
All right. So I'm going to hide over here where I've got a straight line of sight on my stupid snap too. There we go. I got a straight line of sight down there because this is an excellent lightning bolt.
We got a lightning bolt, 2 fireballs, and then a blade barrier that's going up.
Yeah.
Oh, nasty. Okay.
So those are all the spells that are going to happen.
And you guys just holding action at the moment, right? Got it readying, and you guys have your bows ready. So this ogre comes walking down the hallway. A hill giant, and another ogre behind him. And then there appears to be another, a large hill giant. And this one appears to be possibly a chief, but hard to say at this point. Perhaps a sub-chief.
We can barely see them. That's the problem.
Yeah. So at the moment, and your range on your spells. Now, they're getting close, and I'm going to roll initiative soon. They'll be able to see you guys soon.
You want to do it?
We were doing this before.
Yeah, you guys can unleash at any moment.
Yeah, unleash hell.
Roll for those spells.
Okay, so spells go first. Which spell did you want to cast first?
We were going to let the lightning bolt go first, and then the 2 fireballs, and then the blade barrier was going to come up.
Yeah, at its highest level.
All right, let me get to lightning bolt in the player's handbook so I know what the range is on it in this edition.
Zap.
100 feet.
It's pretty good, yeah.
I didn't want to assume it was 100 feet, but...
And it has a radius, too. You can hit numerous...
Oh my
That's
god.
what we're hoping the spells will clog the hole and they have to push themselves through.
Let me take a quick bio, guys. I run to the can. Everybody, so we're going to start this big battle here, so I figured I'd take a whiz first.
4 inches plus 1 inch per level, and I'm 9th level, so 13 inches. Well, I don't think I'm into the advanced one. I think I'm just in the regular first edition, but yeah, whatever.
That's a 6th level spell. Purple somatic range.
So 66. Well, no, 96. So that'll hurt.
Oh god. This is gonna hurt them a lot.
I got a 10d6 fireball coming down him. I think it caps out at that 10d6, right?
I don't know. I'm about to find out.
3 rounds per level, and it's a blade barrier cast at 6th level. It's gonna be there for a while.
I remember in first edition they didn't have the spell slot like you cast a spell at a higher level to make it more powerful. It was just the higher level you were, like magic missiles, gained power. Fireballs an extra d6 per level. It's not that you cast it at a 4th level spell
Yeah.
slot.
Fourth.
It's mainly just for the duration. It's gonna be 3 rounds, and it's a 6th level spell,
Okay.
and it's 3 rounds per level.
Oh, I'm looking at cleric spells. No wonder I'm getting all fucked up.
Blade Barrier is a cleric spell.
Yeah.
But I'm not the one casting it.
Oh, you're looking at Fireball?
Yeah. Just a
So I
second.
could get to 14 inches with a 1 inch wide, 4 inch long bolt.
I'm looking for it.
Got a 20-foot radius. 1d6 per level. I
This is
think
gonna be
it
lovely.
These are 10
gonna
foot
be a-
squares, right?
These are true.
Yeah.
Oh. Good
I
God.
believe they're 10 foot.
All right. So who wants to go first? Boy, you guys are queued up.
As long as it caps at 10d6, I believe it does. Yeah, Fireball. I'm ready to roll it.
Ooh.
Well, the
Now you
lightning
have-
bolt was supposed to go off first.
Okay.
Okay,
Lightning
so 7 inches means I can drop a 4 inch, 1 inch wide bolt in the square that that hill giant is just in.
So you
Behind
can get
the
both
ogre.
ogres on either side of him as well.
Yeah, and blow 4 inches back into the room. So
Ooh.
Oh,
So
God.
describe your action as you stride forward. Now, all you were like, you're all keen and you're like, you're built for this. This
yeah,
is
because
it.
in this one, thankfully, I can drop it 7 inches away from myself, or no, 14 inches away from myself, and then have it go 4 inches from where it hit, 1 inch wide. So sparking electricity from the fingers, and then drop it, and it's going to hit the ogres and that hill giant behind him, basically. So
Okay.
the green hill giant and the 2 ogres.
Now, they get a saving throw for half damage. It's an automatic hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a beam. Yeah, saving throws for half. Yeah.
Okay, so the ogre's first. Oops. And he does not. Actually, that might not actually save. The ogres only have 4 hit dice. He needs a 16 spell save. Okay, full damage. That's versus spells, right?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah. It's not breath weapon. No. Okay.
Mhm.
So crack that. How much? No, you said 10 die 6.
96 because I'm
Nine.
9th level.
Oh, nasty. So roll 9 die 6 damage against this ogre. Boy,
That was a shitty roll, but 25 points.
it shears right through his upper torso. His one arm flies off in a blood splattered mess, and he just flies to the side. He's clearly dead. Like just
So
punched him right down.
Yeah.
The bolt continues by and
So-
hits this big hill giant behind him.
yep.
And he makes, well, he
Oh.
makes his saving throw.
All right. Well,
Half
he'll get half
damage.
of this. Yeah. So he takes 15.
Half damage, right?
Yeah. The half damage is 15 because I
Okay, let me have a
rolled
quick
30.
look. Gotcha.
then
15
that-
damage. Gotcha.
And then the ogre behind him.
Yeah, I'm going to make a roll. He fails. It ricochets through these guys.
He takes a full on 30, so he's probably dead.
He is dead. Ugh.
All right.
And then the green hill giant.
Now that's the big guy. He's got these big friggin' ring mail on. Like these rings are that big. this big suit of ringmail, and he's
Yeah.
also got this two-handed sword that doesn't work really well in that hallway, but he's still holding it like a fucking javelin in front of him. But you said he gets the blowback.
Yeah, he's still in the path, so he's in the 4 inches.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna roll saving throw, and that's a fail.
Awesome.
Full damage.
33.
33. Now this guy's tough. Appears to be some sub chief or something. He's a big tough guy, and he hits it hard, and scales go flying, and metal melts, and sparks fly, but he's still standing. And he ducks back. Well, we'll see what happens. Actually, it's not his turn. Anyone else still hit? Now he actually stops the lightning bolt because it hits him dead on, and it stops there. And
Yeah, he's also at the end of the range, but yeah.
Oh, okay, but he's kind of in the way. I was gonna roll for ricochet if he made a saving throw.
All right, so now we got, was it 2 fireballs?
So crack! You guys hear this huge, and this flash goes down the hallway, and blood's flying and sparks. Who's next?
Then we got some fireballs and a
Fireball.
blade barrier.
The fireball line, but
Funkin'?
yeah,
Your fireball? Okay, pinpoint the area you want it to hit. Now remember, you can only pinpoint areas you can see in your line of sight, of course. All right, so you want to detonate to hit that hill giant wounded one and perhaps clip other characters inside. The radius of the fireball is 30 feet, right? Let me have a quick look.
So he'll get both hill giants that were hit by the lightning bolt.
Or is it 15 feet? Is it 30 total? I think it's 30 total.
2 inches radius sphere.
Okay, so that's 20, so that's 40-foot radius in here. That's a big explosion. Holy shit.
We got 2 of them lined up and ready to go.
Okay, you mutter this words out, and your bead goes flying out, goes by this hill giant. He's looking at it kind of cross-eyed. And you guys wait for it. There's this fraction of a second as I'm looking up my effect. Oop, wrong effect. And I had this one queued. Anyway, a large explosion goes down the hallway. First roll for this hill giant. And you guys, of course, you're seeing the full effect of the U.S. Marine Corps with their broadsides going into the jungle. Everything's on full. He fails his save. So the hill giant, who has 17 hit points left, takes fireball damage, which is
32.
And there's flames engulf that end of the hallway. And you guys feel the heat wave as this explosion rocks this building. The walls buckle. The impact is huge. Like, this is a powerful spell. You feel the heat. Like, it blows back. You're, holy shit. This hill giant is just a torch. He's
I'm just imagining Redmond's just like, that heat.
This hill giant's a torch. He just slumps over, flaming and flickering a limb. The sub chief gets full effect, which was he said, which in fact finishes him off. He's engulfed in this cacophony and impact, and his armor's fused together. The intensity of the heat, the walls are on fire and stuff. The hallway's engulfed in flame momentarily. I'm going to make a brief saving throw for the structure. It goes blasts into the room. You hear screams. I have another saving throw to make. And this one makes a saving throw. This is quite a powerful character. Half damage. So what is the...
The damage was 32 originally.
Okay, so 16 damage. What's 32? You hear screams and boom, and then the vacuum kind of sucks out the flames somewhat, but there's still lingering flickers of fire and things flickering down and hair floating down from the floor or roof like that. It was a huge fireball. I have to make a couple more saves. Actually, that radius. Oh, you hear a screech. Another female giantess apparently got clipped. And boom. So anyone else have you in the hallway? You just see 3 large figures burning on the ground. And it's pretty quiet, or 4 large figures burning on the ground. And you just blasted the wall through there. And there's too much smoke now. You can only see to the doors now. There's too much smoke and flame.
Is that all for the fireballs, or do we have one more lined up?
Go.
Got one.
I thought you had one more. You could fire it in blind. You'd still know where you can shoot it in there. You can just fire it in if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, it goes in there through the smoke. You're not sure where it's going, but you hear a concussion go off deep inside. And, of course, more screams. And I'll have to roll 2, 4, 5, 6.
I was going to say that room was so full of giants, it doesn't really matter.
I'm
Yeah,
rolling.
it's gonna hit somebody.
I know. I'm just adding them up right now. 2, 4, 6. Okay, I'm going to have to make some rolls.
We
Oh,
just
man.
want 1 damage and apply it to all of them.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Do a group roll.
All right. Here's the damage. 36.
Holy hell! Why did?
Okay, now here's the saving throw. Oh, nice. They made their saving throw. So they were taking cover and ducking behind stuff. And they take...
18.
Why did your fireball do so much more damage than mine?
He rolled higher.
You see all those 6s?
Yeah, but
So 18 points damage.
it didn't say 66 for in the book or 10d6. It says 66.
That's for the wand of fire. You do your level in
It caps out at 10, though, right?
Oh, well, crap! I would have done more damage.
oh, I see. Yeah. Items like wands have caps, but magic users, that's where they get their power. When they get a 12th level, a fireball is just like, holy.
So I got 2 more d6 to add to it?
Well, it's water under the bridge now, sort of.
Yeah, because I was level 8, so I rolled some extra dice too.
I'm just tallying damage here, guys. It's going to take me a minute. Holy.
It's all right.
Oh my. You hear screams and just like bloody murder. Oh, you're dead. That character's dead.
The good thing is the next spell isn't that complicated.
Oh, it's... Gee, I'm just looking here and... Oh my god, he did 18 to her too. More screeches. You hear that giantess screaming. You hear a bellowing order as somebody screaming for water in giant tongue, and it's somebody with a particularly...
Redmond can't help but laugh at the current circumstances.
Oh, and smoke's billowing out. Like, it's just... You guys created havoc in there. I'm still tallying the damage. Give me a minute.
Remember, we're here to kill hill giants.
We're here to kill hill giants. Okay, so he
Well,
took 18.
We're probably achieved our goal.
2. Okay, I'm still tallying. Hold on.
Yeah, good idea, because then could we cross the blade barrier to go in there to kill them?
No, blade barrier's it's physical barrier for the duration of the spell.
Yeah, so
36 rounds.
Is that everybody? Wow, okay, I'm just looking. The radius was hit there.
Yeah, and that'll be 36 rounds, and I'm planning on posting that up to the door. So anybody who walks through is just 8d8.
Okay, so it's silent for a minute, and you hear some moans and screams of pain, and you hear that one voice bellowing on orders in Hill Giant. Over there, you fools! Over there, Jesus! Roar! Oh, my wife, take her away, quick! Any other spells coming?
And a blade barrier at the doors.
Okay, right. You have that range? That's like 60 feet.
Yeah. If need be, Roki can just move up.
Okay, so they blend up the body that's burning below it. Just and they spit it out either side, these blades. Now it's smoky and whatnot, so I'm going to make a roll to see if anybody walks into that blade barrier in the
Oh, yeah,
smoke.
That is exactly where my fireball went off.
That is.
Yeah, so there's flames flickering and ash and smoke and there's coughing and there's bodies
Nice.
and people moaning. It's
That will
those
exist.
3 spells were just like bang, bang, bang.
And this will exist for 36 rounds.
Shock and awe.
Oh, it was very effective. Like you've hit them just holy. Any other spells sent in there besides the blade barrier?
I think that's it.
I think that's it for now.
Anyone want to make any action now?
Is there?
I'm not walking towards that.
Redmond's just like, if anybody gets through, I'm gonna throw a hammer at their face.
So you guys gonna sit tight?
Yeah.
Wait for
Yeah, I'm not even firing an arrow through the spinning wall of blades because, well,
It's
spinning
covering
roll of
that
blades.
whole end of the hallway is just now, whirling blades.
Is there dark to see the shoot like that?
Nestor just hit frappe on this encounter.
Now, that round goes by. You hear barking orders, more movement.
Oh, and it's covered in smoke too.
Now we'll see.
That's a
Oh,
It's a
shit. I'm gonna
wall of
make-
blades that's obscured by
Okay,
smoke.
that's a fail. Oh, wow! You see a red mist come through the other side. Roll your damage. Because I just rolled. I rolled a critical fail on his saving throw, so you do double damage against the one. There's an ogre that ran into the smoke. He was thrust in there by somebody,
Mhm.
and he's gonna get the full effect. It's double damage, so 62 points damage.
Yep.
As I said, you see this red yogurt come out the other side.
It's the
It's-
Ogomatic.
Oh, it just chunks of meat
That's
is
your ogre.
flying. Oh, he just whoop. And then a hill giant warrior came into it and failed his save. He gets normal damage, 31.
Mhm.
And actually, that killed him. He was wounded by the fireball. You see another guy, he slumps to the side of the wall, and you can see part of his body's just jittering and thumping as the blades are just chipping into him. And you see chunks of bone and flesh are just being sprayed up on the ceiling, and he's just dead. He's just sitting there, and then finally he slumps into the blade barrier and kind of goes, and then his legs roll to the side. And it's fucking awful, but yet it's so righteous, as you guys see about 2,000 pounds of flesh being pureed and spread around this hallway
Oh,
as a blade barrier kicks in full effect.
that'll be there for what was that, 1 round?
Now there's one more before they might clue in. And oh my god, another critical fail.
62.
Oh, one more ogre is turned into puree.
Oh god. Be careful where
It's-
you step.
Yeah, it's gross. The end of that hallway now is just these blades are just keep chopping up stuff as it slides back down.
Mhm.
Very effective.
Oh yeah.
Everything's been effective thus far. And the
I
round,
got a spell.
oh man,
I've got a great follow up to all this.
they stopped coming into the blender. It took 3 of them, and they realize now that's death, and they're organizing. You hear yelling back there. You're not sure what's exactly happening, and
Oh my god.
the doors
trying
to the
to go
south
around
burst
this.
open.
Perfect.
And I don't know if you guys were on that. It sounds like Eddick is, as this
Yeah.
huge polar bear comes
Polar bear?
flying through the doors, full pedal toward you guys.
Polar bear fell on me.
And this next round, so we roll initiative.
You want to roll initiative for that?
I always roll initiative.
I got a 4.
I got a 6.
Spells go first. Anybody?
Yes.
I was thinking silence.
I am casting Ice Storm.
The polar bear.
That's ironic. That's some irony right there.
It's blunt damage. It's like
Yeah, it's not a magical creature.
like softball size fucking hail.
Ooh, that whole end of the room would just fill with a blizzard.
That's my point. In case anything else comes through it.
Now, let me double check.
At this point, we're just like, come on.
You guys are in full death mode. Holy cow.
We came here to kill hill giants.
Indeed, and there's left. I rolled. There's almost the place almost caught fire a couple times, but it's holding out.
Oh, well, we're going to have to do something about that.
Just take a quick look. No, it just seems this one huge bear. Now it gets saving throw for half damage, and you get to.
It does not get a save.
Does not okay, and it's.
It does not get a save.
So roll for damage. And even the polar bear can't take this incredible.
Oh, wow.
Cold.
Or the softball size
26 damage.
How much?
26.
Nice.
And that's how much damage anything's going to take if it comes through that area.
So it doesn't stop it.
How big of an area is it?
At the southern end of the room, like that's a pretty big cone.
Level.
Hmm.
It says 1 inch per level.
Yeah, so that's a huge. That whole end of the room is a huge blizzard. It's filled with ice and snow, but the polar bear will keep coming. It took 26 damage. You said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it still has its big, huge polar bear, and it's going to run up, and we'll see. You guys won initiative, right? I rolled a...
Yeah.
So any more spells? So far, that's pretty... You're not sure what's going on. You can't see beyond the blade barrier. All you see is red matter being sprayed around that hallway.
I was going to do a silence in that area where
What's
the polar
wrong?
bear is.
Okay, so all of a sudden the blades are quiet, the splatter's quiet. Now you can just hear this voice giving orders, muffled from the hall. Over on the other side. They're in my chambers. Bastards.
So right now all the combat will be dead silent.
Now, the only one who understood that was
Redmond, and he will relay that to everybody else.
something about them coming around.
One is for sure.
There's also a 50% chance that anyone moving into the area will slip and fall when trying to move.
This is a polar bear. I'm going to give it a bonus.
Yeah,
Because polar bear.
because of polar bear.
Half, so 25% chance. But it failed. Rolled a 14, and it's wipes out.
Possible.
Totally
It's possible.
wipes out ass over tea kettle. Slips,
Quick,
almost
quick,
like a YouTube
kill it.
video.
Kill it so it looks like a rug in front of the fire.
Well, any other spells? First of all, I'm going to move on to missile phase.
Yeah, missiles at
Nope.
the thing.
I mean,
Crossbow.
Beak, you have your crossbow. You spin around. You see this polar bear wipe out ass over tea kettle.
would a thrown hammer count?
Oh, yeah, you can throw your hammer. Yeah. That's all you can do, though, right? You can't attack with it if you throw it. Because it takes the rest of the round to come back.
You said it took less than a segment last time.
Yeah, but you can only have one attack in a segment in a round.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to attack the polar bear with the hammer. Just throw it at it.
Well, Beak can shoot first. He's
Let's go
actually
with
first
Beak
in order.
first. Let's go with Beak.
Regular bolt or not? Magic.
Regular.
Now, you have to tell me which one you're loaded with.
Regular.
So unless you say, I'm going to assume you're regular bolt.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. First attack. That would be armor class -8.
No, I think you hit it.
I'll also fire a bow with or an arrow with Goyer, by the way.
And I think I get 3 attacks total, right?
Yeah.
The crossbow speed. Next one will be also armor class -8, and the third one will be armor class -1.
Okay, you pepper this poor thing and roll 3d6 damage.
Okay.
Oh, it's a light crossbow?
Yes.
1d4 damage.
Oh, 1d4? Oh,
Large
okay.
creature.
Okay. D4.
And you have no bonuses on this except your proficiency bonus.
Oh, I got
+1.
+2, and it's a
Oh,
+1.
yeah, missiles +2. Yeah.
So it's total +3. I got +1 bow and +2.
Oh, and then crossbow's +1. Yeah, okay, you're right.
All right, that'd be D3. That would be 5, 7, and 7. So that's 19 total.
It's not pretty. as this thing is peppered with bolts and bleeds and slumps over. And
Does it look very dead?
I guess there's no Druids in the party.
Is it, for all intents and purposes, dead?
It appears to be dead. It's not getting up. Like it slipped over and he just went peppered it.
Did it land in front of the fire?
Yes, but the fire went out. That whole south end of the room is knee deep in snow. It's got icicles hanging from the ceiling. There's a vortex of cold went through that whole part of the room. And you can see, Flurd cast it, or Funkin.
Yeah.
I think at this point, Redmond's just like, next person I see, I'm just going to throw the hammer at it.
Right. Now that hammer works really well against large creatures, remember?
Mhm.
So Redmond acted. Frush, he's got his sword out. He doesn't have a missile weapon. Or spear, his +3 spear. You see this big warrior guy, and he's still watching the main area and listening intently, and he moves forward. He takes his round, old Frush, and he runs up to the corner. The hallway's here while that blade barrier, give me a duration on that blade barrier quick. I need to know how long that thing's going to go for.
3 rounds per level of
he ducks around the
cleric.
corner quickly, and he's just going to investigate. And because he remember the dwarf yelled at him that he goes, I'm going to go check it out quick over here. And he runs around the corner with his spear cautiously with that beautiful blue Leon shield. Amazing thing.
Yeah, the blade barrier will last 3 rounds per level of the cleric, and the cleric's level 12.
Wow.
So
is it concentration? Do you have to hold it, or is it there?
No, it just exists for 36 rounds.
Wow. Okay, so that's basically sealed off for the foreseeable future. And they know that as well. They know that they're up against something special. They see 2 fireballs and a lightning bolt and a fucking blade barrier devastate them. And they're obviously things are a bit quiet. You hear some voices. Anyone want to act this round? I just acted with Frush. He ran around the corner. He's investigating, securing that hallway. He's going to go actually right up to these double doors and take a look.
Following him.
Redmond's just going to move up.
No one should have to move without a cleric.
True, and Frush looks at you, nods. Thank you. Yes, I'm not going far though. Are we going to stay here, everybody? He yells back.
That's probably
This
going
place could get surrounded soon. Are there any exits? There's still lots of giants in this place.
Well, there's still a snowstorm going on down there that will last a pretty long time.
Well, it's cooling off now. It's stopped. The effect is over, but it's cold there. You can walk through there now without getting hit with a blizzard. But
yes,
it's cool.
but
So
there's still gonna slick.
yeah, yes, exactly. You got to be careful. If you want to move normal speed, you'll have to make a dex check at least. And you're not sure what's down there. It appeared that the maid told you that that's where the bedroom was. Snur's bedroom was to those double doors to the south. And then she mentioned that up to the north was the Queen's chamber, and then beyond that, you guys can think now. You're getting deep into the building. You're getting more to the northerly side, and somewhere up there was a courtyard. You're still to the east of what appeared to be the main hall, where the defense seems to be organizing, and they talked about a way around. And so you guys can quickly now. Frush goes to these double doors up ahead, and they look like they're exterior doors. They probably go to the courtyard. And he nods at Flurd. I think these go out. And
Right
he
behind
points,
you.
yeah, and he points to the left, and that's where the maid says the dining chambers of Snur were down here. There's a double doors, and there's a nice elaborate elk antlers posted to it, and it looks like it's special double doors, and beyond that are apparently a dining hall, a personal dining hall for the king and his guests. So he turns around and he tells you this, Flurd. So that's where the maid said the personal dining chamber. This is the courtyard. I think on the other side of this door. And he walks up and boots the door in. Or actually, it's a big giant door. Well, he does anyway. Goes up.
We'll both kick it at the same time.
Yeah, help me. Let's do this.
2, 3, kick.
Crack. Now let's make a save, strength rolls. Or no, open door rolls, of course. Now we can each
I don't
make
have
our roll.
anything on open doors, but I have a strength of 14.
Okay, let me take a quick look. Now everyone else, think about what you're doing at the moment. While these 2 guys ran off, they said, we're going to check out this hallway. We'll be back. Strength 14. Your open doors are 1 or 2.
On a what?
6-sided. And Frush's strength. Anyone help me here? What's Frush's?
2.
So it buckles and shatters and bursts open. Let me erase that. And you see the chambers of what appear to be the queen. 1 second. Oh, wait, sec. This is the chief's chamber. This room is hung with rugs and skins, and there are hides on the floor. It holds a huge bed, 2 chairs, a small table with a ton of cheap wine on it. A TUN, a ton, is that a thing? A chest for clothing, other clothing hanging on pegs. A thick chain is set into the one wall. Apparently was there hung to hold when he slept. He probably had that polar bear in here, and he would lock it to the wall. An old shield and some of the chief's well-used weapons lie on the floor near one of the corners. It's his sleeping quarters. I got it mixed up. Down south is apparently the chief's wife. And so you guys he quickly scans the room. There's no exits, as far as I see. The only way out is the courtyard, dining room from here.
Do we want to check the dining room or the courtyard?
You're not sure how much time you're going to have.
Yeah.
Not that they're very cautious. These people. You've like I said, you may have some time.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be cut off, perhaps, right? Be cautious.
Yeah.
And so far, there's no exits, like no escapes.
Nestor, you need to take down that aura because that spell just ended.
Okay. I need to get a hold of your
So
character.
anyone else want to do this action while, if you haven't cast a spell or done anything, you can still act this round. So I'm looking at Roki, and I'm looking at Redmond through his hammer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at Cloyer. I think you can still move.
Yep.
At this point, I think Redmond's just gonna hold out until something happens. In case somebody gets hurt, he's gonna have some healing spells ready. Redmond's just pussing up, letting others take charge at this point.
So Frush and Flurd plan to come back into the room, and
Mm-hmm.
and then you guys, another round will go by. Anyone else? Any actions? Done? So the round ticks by, and next round. Anyone want to cast any spells? Now you guys can now coalesce and quickly. Thrush comes back with Flurd, and they describe what they found. They said, we found possible, there's 2 sets of double doors. One goes into a courtyard, I think, and the other one the maids said went into their personal dining chamber.
Rookie speaks up. Do we want to check the dining chamber? See how many would be there?
Fonkin voices up. We might want to keep watch in case these doors down here open. Something comes slipping in on that ice.
Where the polar bear came from.
Yeah.
Redmond speaks up is like, if you would like, I can post up down there.
Yeah.
Well, Fonkin's like, I have one trick left, and then I'm gonna start having to make a mess of things.
You hear a buzzing sound, and somebody's pushing something into the blade barrier. It's like wood. Sounds like wood chipper going, and they're just, you're not sure what the hell they're thinking, but it's just, you hear this, and you see red bloodied wood chips flying around down there.
Do we still get XP for that one?
No, they've clued in. They're not using flesh anymore. They're using
Somebody else already killed them.
tables and chairs at this point. But it doesn't do much. Their magical blades are just grinding through that stuff, man. Powerful spell. So Thrush is like, go. So we check out the dining room. The Cloyer, you're good at searching stuff. And that's what you mentioned, Eric? Or who mentioned that?
Who mentioned what?
Checking out the dining room.
Oh, Redmond. He was like, "Do you want me to?"
Yeah, I'm just going with it. So
Yeah, I
Redmond,
mean, if you're gonna go up there, Cloyer will go with you since he's sneaky.
He's got that. Those boots of striding, so he's thinking I can cover a lot of distance very quickly.
Oh well, never mind. I can't cover that fast.
So Redmond, you run up. No,
Yeah.
that actually striding just means you can run for a long time.
I'm just trying to cover that distance.
But the springing is the fun part, those boots. So anyway, you run to the corner, run around the corner, run to the doors. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that you can actually, the doors are not locked and you can push them open if you want.
Just gonna peek inside.
Frush is behind you. He's catching up. And Fleur, do you want to follow up?
Yep.
Do you want to move your guy? Okay, and Cloyer, you're going to come along? Now, is there a plan to go back? Do you guys have like a retreat area? Like, I'll let you guys come up with your strategy, like, because apparently you have a bit of time right now.
We're I think we're up here just scouting to make sure nothing else is going to come from an awkward angle.
Yeah.
And the others are holding ground at the blade barrier and keeping an eye on that south door.
Now, these double doors haven't been explored yet. And as Frush said, he thinks they went to the courtyard. And things have been too noisy and stuff to stop and listen and stuff, right? Things have been very hectic. So you guys, Redmond, you're at the doors, and Frush is beside you. And he nods at you.
Just gonna like peek in, see how many are, get a quick sort of glance of like how many.
It's empty, he mutters.
All right.
Let's check the other double doors.
Let's check the. I'm assuming that's courtyard then, right?
Well,
in theory, should be courtyard. But I'm gonna listen at the door, just see if I can hear anything before we open it.
Yeah.
To the courtyard, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Or at least
Yeah,
what we think
what
is
we're imagining is the courtyard.
Okay, shh, everyone, shh. Okay, you're not a thief. No, you are a thief. Make a hear noise.
You're not a thief. That's why I listened.
I know. I'm like, wait, we got thief now.
Like, I rolled this for a reason. Let me get to my skills for thievage.
Thieving.
Thief.
Now, the room you're looking into, by the way, Frush and Red Mud, you're still over there, Red Mud. You're looking into that room with the long table and the fireplace.
Yeah.
Shit.
This place looks important. It looks like his private recluse sort of thing. Sorry, go ahead, Eric.
I'm gonna have to jet out here soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know, and it's been going on a little ways now.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll play a little bit further. It's just heated up, guys. You guys are in full combat now.
I don't hear anything, but I'm gonna have to hop out too because it's 11 o'clock here, and I got to get up no later than 6:30. So.
All right.
Oh, totally. This might be a good time then to pause because we're not in combat.
Yeah.
We're just investigating what our options are. I'm going to roll to see how many rounds you guys have before they organize something. Or, of course, they're probably in full counter invasion mode at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
The alarm's gone off and they're freaking out. But you guys did a lot of damage there. It's one way to do it. Just like,
hey, hit them hard, hit them fast.
oh yeah.
We definitely shock and awed them.
Yeah, and you got in deep without raising the alarm, which helped a lot. Yeah, killed a lot of guards in their sleep and caught them napping. We'll see how things go next as the next challenge.
I don't even know how many giants we've managed to kill in that shock and awe.
Oh, yeah, and you don't know in that room. I rolled for a lot of damage. It's like, oh, ow, ooh, ooh. And there's like slaves and servants in there, like orcs and ogres and stuff too, right? And guests of honor. And there was, you guys, it was like it was nasty.
Yeah. Even if they're not dead, they're probably extremely wounded.
So given how we've treated the hill giants at this point, do we have really fancy uniforms?
Nice. It's like, get t-shirts at least.
I feel like the party should be outfitted by Hugo Boss. Just saying.
Well, so I'm going to stop the broadcast anyway. And Yeah, I appreciate anybody who managed to watch it. I don't think I advertised it, so I know.
Mm.
Is it public? Yeah. Anyway,